Hello, peoples. So, if you just finished watching the live I just finished, then you know what we're about to do. But for anyone that might have stumbled across this now or in the replay, we're going to do Leo in the fifth house, and it's extra special because it's a Leo eclipse the night I'm filming it. But basically, Leo is fun, playful, it is children, it's your inner child. So I've looked out the inner child healing cards because it would have been a bit annoying if I couldn't find them. And so it's a bit of a weird mix because, like I said, I've got quite a few cards about like sexual energy and stuff, and I've already used them on another one. And then I've also got like what is about, yeah, like I've actually got literal children's cards. Don't know if I'll use them there. And I've got, you know what I mean? So it's all the wee sort of themes. And then yeah, so it'll just be interesting. And Leo energy is very dramatic. So it can be happy. Hello, Katie. It can be like happy dramatic. Or it can be like grab the popcorn kind of toxic dramatic. I'm going to use the toxic deck because it's too tempting not to. And I always do use it for Leo because it'll spill the tea. Because as toxic as it can be, it's it does have good cards in it too, and it always just gives the clarity, you know, it gets straight to the point. I think with Mercury opposite Pluto, I'm already in that energy, so I think it'd be quite good for it to come out. And um yeah, I think that's it. So don't just watch it if you're a Leo Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We've all got Leo somewhere. Um, like if you're new, because everyone else knows, I've got a Leo midheaven, and when I started all of this tonight, it was conjunct to my midheaven. So, you know, there is a bit of an extra kind of pizzazz in the air, and it should be quite entertaining. Um, yeah, I'm just in a good mood, and do you know what I mean? And like I said, and if it ends up being really, really long, well, it's better. It's better for the watch time, and I can rest tomorrow. But I'm not going to push myself. I'm not going to sit here if it's done kind of thing, and I'm going to bed. You know what I mean? It's like if there's nobody in the chat and it's finished, like that's a bit desperate. So, but if we're still, you know, if we're having fun, then whatever. Uh, but yes, before I forget to do this, I'm gonna. I'll wait. I'll give people a wee bit more time to arrive. I'm gonna get the ones on my lap that I want to use. We're gonna use another. I don't know, will we do that? Will we change it up? Yeah, we will. We'll use those same cards I've been using for the, you know, for the place, the sacred site card, to do a wee meditation and clear an energy. Bit risky to do that when I was looking the other way, but it's not lipstick, it's a lip balm, but it has got quite a lot of colour in it, but it's right. So it's going to take me quite a while to get through the pile of cards for that thing, right? So we'll do that. I'll do that when I get into it. So yeah, and I've already said on the other one about all the other aspects and stuff. It's like I said, this could be quite an intense. I feel it's going to be an intense message. It's definitely going to have a lot to do with jealousy because, like I said, it was just crazy the amount of jealousy cards that. I mean, I totally forgot that it's in the pile there, and I found another one like that. And like I said, it was just the combination of cards I found together. I was like, but yeah, so and then actually shit, and then the jealousy card on that deck that I've just pulled in the last one. Yeah. This is what I mean. We're I do like I've just said exactly this on that other one. Like I do love Leo energy, but where there is Leo energy, there's always jealousy as well. Because Leo's not meant to hide. So you have got to be strong. I always say that to people with like Leo rising especially. Like if you've got a Leo rising, like you are meant to shine and you're meant to stand out for something that you do. But with that comes a lot of jealousy and monitoring spirits and all that kind of stuff. But same with my placement of Leo Midheaven, that totally comes with that too. Um I can think of someone with Pluto and Leo in the 10th house as well, gets tons of jealousy. Like, it's just, yeah, people just like choose to not like you for, it's not no reason. It's like people that don't like people because they get a lot of attention for doing something that they're good at. Like, well, why don't you go and fucking find something you're good at and stop wasting your time then? but but people gonna be people, and you know what I mean? Not everybody wants to do the deeper work and the healing, and they just rather sit and hate on people doing whatever they're doing. So we can only pray for those people that they find something better to do with their time. Right, okay. I've given people a wee bit of time, so let's get this. Actually, and I didn't put the. I tend not to because on Leo Moons I do the free cards anyway, but just for replaying stuff for habit, let's put the. Yes, so anyone that joins new that didn't catch me earlier, I could say throughout, yeah, they can, anyone that's watching that's not had a card, but I'd rather do them at the end, to be honest. So I'll just say at the end before I go, does anyone want so? Um, and so like people have seen me do tonight, I can if anybody does want one of the more like deeper sort of looks in it, I can look into your chart and tell you where it is. But as you say, I've done that for some people tonight anyway. But um right. Now this could be the decider. I'll put 3 hours. I'll put 3 hours on the timer. Does that mean I'm gonna be here till 3 in the morning? I think it might be 3 in the morning. I think it might be. Watch this, it might be fucking 6 in the morning. I'm saying 3 in the morning thinking that's it. I'm not gonna look that's it, I'm just not gonna look at the thing. It is what it is. I've got quite a lot of energy, so I would be surprised if I'm on here a while, but if I'm not, I'm not. At the same time, it's I'm just gonna let that be natural because I'm always really, really tired for the Virgo and the Libra one, no matter what I do. And I'm actually kind of hungry already, so don't know if I'm just gonna judge that. I don't know if I have got that in me. It always takes 2 hours and 20 minutes for some reason, so it'll be at least that. But so actually, it probably will be 3 hours. It probably will. It's quarter to midnight now, so I might be here till quarter to three. Um, right. Share how you celebrate with gratitude. Right. Okay. So let's get going. So what did I title this? Secrets come out. Courage to right. So like I said, the reason I've called it Secrets Come Out is because of those cards that I showed that secrets revealed or something. Jealousy, envy, what did it say? Backstab and all that lovely stuff. And then also Mercury and Leo drama opposite Pluto, pain, um Pluto reveals all. That's why I'm doing it all the time because mine's just I've got the key. I've got the 0 degrees Pluto and Scorpio. So if there's secrets, I've got the key to the secrets. And the courage to change, that's a Sita song that I really like. And it's like, have I the courage to change? Have I the courage to change? Have I the courage to change today? And then that's basically says that throughout. And then it's like, you're not alone in all this. You're not. It says something. It's something about you're not alone. Yeah, I just felt when it came on earlier, I just felt the lyrics would really speak to people. But when I first heard that a few years ago, I really liked it because it's like it's very Leo New Moon anyway. But it did genuinely come on the Spotify, so I just felt that that was relevant to this. So So I think it's going to be about someone asking themselves, basically, have I the courage to change? Like making life-changing decisions, like was what I titled one of the last ones. Like, can I step out my comfort zone? Can I be bold? Can I reveal my secrets? Or in some cases, if it's the more darker side of the dramatic Pluto, can I share my secrets and allow my shadow side to be accepted and forgiven, to allow somebody to love me and accept me for who I am now? I would imagine that would be the case for a lot of divine masculine men. The women too, but you know what I'm saying. I think a lot of the men. It's 11:44, like, the kind of player type that go and like, sow their wild oats and, who gives a fuck? Yeah, I know that's my twin flame. I don't care, nothing's gonna happen there and whatever. I'm just gonna self-sabotage and, it's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna love them from afar. I'll worry about that later. And then, later comes and it's like, oh no, what have I done? Yeah, and I don't know how that goes, do you know what I mean? But it's that kind of vibe where it's like, oh, I wish I had fought this through a wee bit more. And I didn't know I was going to sort of grow and evolve this much and feel this different and feel this growing up. And if I'd known that, I wouldn't have acted the way I'd acted. I'm channeling someone in such an intense way. I don't think it would be genuine for people to be like, "Oh, I wouldn't have acted." I think a lot of people would. And in an awakened state, I don't think a lot of people would change. My past is my past. So it's something like that. Like can it's more about. I'd say for the men and the women that resonate with, I think it's more about you. Can you have you got the courage to change to forgive yourself for the decisions that you've made and the actions that you've taken based on those decisions, and if manipulation's involved or jealousy, people manipulating you through their own jealousy, not wanting you to be happy, and you making it like, can you accept that you've done that and forgive yourself, and then accept that somebody else that you want to be with could also forgive you, and that you still deserve the love that you deserve? Like, can that's a lot of work. Like, I think that is, have you the courage to change? Fuck, this is really deep. I'm here for it. Right, okay, so but before we get into the juicy stuff, let's do the sacred site card. So bear in mind, these are like past, present, future, because everything I do, if you're new, is like I'll say, it's God and the guide speaking through me, it's love and spirit, it's light beings, it's different energies, but all of like, good energies. No shitty energies around here. And it's always like, and it could be your past, it could be your present, it could be your future. It might not be yours at all. Bits of it might resonate, like a couple of things I say throughout hours, and then that's it, and the rest, none of it makes sense, and just sort of hang out if you want. Don't need to. Um, and but I appreciate if you do, because every view counts. And I ain't joking. And yeah, I think that's it. But right, and welcome if you're new, because wait a minute, actually, let's see if it was there was two new people. No, it's still the same. 1,782. Um, right, what have we got? What tonight? Now, Egypt energy came through with that card earlier. What else have we been speaking about? I saw something to do with Stonehenge earlier. Well, oh, for fuck's sake, we don't want two cards, they're long as fuck. Oh, it's good though. We've got two that we've. Oh, that looks like Hawaii. That must be Hawaii. She's got like a flower thing around her head. Rapu. No, all right, okay. Let's not pronounce. Let's not do that. Well, I have to actually kind of pronounce them, but right, okay. Rapa Nui. And actually, I like to clear the energy before I do it. Right, so now I'm just going to invite you, get comfortable, and we'll close our eyes. And I'll just probably make this a wee bit shorter so we can get into this, but just close your eyes. I just like to do a wee energy clear in before we get into this. And breathe in, telling yourself relax, and breathe out, telling yourself release. Remember that song? I'm a scat man. Imagine you didn't know what song I was talking about. They'd be like, what the fuck? People would be like, what the fuck anyway? Why is she like singing and not reading the cards? Because that's what I do. I sing the message, right? If you don't like that, fuck off. um, but yes, anyway. So imagine a cloud of mist forming above the top of your head. And that cloud of message, oh God, cloud of message. Well, there's Katie's message coming through the cloud already. I don't mean the iPhone cloud. A cloud of sage swirls around the top of your head and it turns into a tornado, a sage tornado. And because this is when we're in a hurry and I don't want to go through all the chakras, it's at the top of your head and it's whirling round. And then it goes from the top of your head, clearing your upper chakras and any shitty juju from the world energy. Because unfortunately, as exciting as an eclipse is, and nice things and gatherings and online and in person, there's lots of dark energies that like to get together and do not so nice things at eclipses, at equinox, um, new moon and well, yeah, new moon in Scorpio, but basically every moon in Scorpio, I would say. And again, there's nice sides to the moon in Scorpio too, by the moon, and that is gonna be what, like Monday, is it Monday? Monday, Tuesday next week or something. But yeah, but it's because it's dark. When it's dark and it's all stuff like that. But which is why I'm stressing that about the Pluto opposite Mercury is bringing out the jealousy, and it's also bringing out the truth of who's jealous and how many people are jealous and who's been a saboteur to unions, not just self-sabotage, all that kind of stuff. Like shining a light on what's been done in the dark. Because people like to get a big wooden spoon and then they step back and, think you don't know who's causing the problems. So we'll just get our big flashlight and we'll just be like, oh no, we do see what you're doing and we're going to out you. But not, you know what I mean? But what's good about it is because it's general. The people that are, you'll watch, if this is your message, you'll know who it's about. Um, So that's what my purpose is, because my North Node's in Gemini in the 8th house. I'm meant to shed light on the dark. Not everyone needs to get it. I get it as my calling. If you vibe with it, great. If you don't, no bother. Go and watch someone else. But I'm glad that you're here if you're watching this. So, um, God, there's a bit of sass coming out tonight. Could we tone down the sass a little bit? It's so family here. There must be some haters watching at some point, whether it's live or on the replay. Right, so breathing in, relax, breathing out, release, and see that tornado going from the top of your head all the way down, 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 all the way over your chakras, down over your heart, clearing out all that shitty energy of anyone that's broke your heart, pulling back energy at the heart to revive your passion, creativity. And then the energy goes down over your stomach. We're pulling back wherever you've given your power away, knowingly or unknowingly. We call back your full power from all time and space dimensions of self. Call it back. And then it goes over your sacral chakra. And because there's been a lot of mention of sexual energy and with all the aspects I've mentioned about that too, calling back your own sacred sexual creative energy. Because a few of the people's got creativity and the personal ones too. So calling that back, which is just, your creativity. Because again, but one of my gifts as well, if you're new, is my gift is helping you find yours, meaning that, a lot of people are just not living to their full potential. And when I look at your chart in a personal session, I'm like, wow, you've got a gift for poetry. Do you do anything about that? Well, actually, I've always wanted to, but I've never done it. Well, get doing it. Now's the time. Or, oh, look, I bet you really love singing. Oh, yeah, just sing in the shower. Well, like, go and share, you know what I mean? So now, so that's all coming out. So although I was trying to go past the chakras, they're not letting me, so that's important. The solar plexus and the sacral. And now the energy goes down to the root chakra, calling in grounding, safety, security, abundance. And because we're in the very last of the heightened of the Lionsgate portal, calling in abundance and prayers for anyone that's struggling financially, calling in your divine inheritance and opening up your channels to receive. And it's not just money, it's happiness as well. And again, before you've even done this energy, it feels like it is about, you have to be, like I said, you have to have the courage to let yourself receive what you deserve. And but you see, you first have to believe that you do deserve that love, which is even harder if you have fudged up at some point and more than once, which is going to be a lot of people, regardless of gender. So we'll just tune in and see how it goes. And I feel a lot of just I'm tuning in already. It's like I feel a lot of the mistakes some people have made. I've been listening to the wrong people and believing them, like just what's like just believing what they say. Like and not checking it out properly. And there's a theme. Okay, so now the roots go down, 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 all the way down, out your feet, all the way down to the bottom of Mother Earth, however you imagine that to be. And we just send our pain and our karmic lessons that we've been repeating over and over and over again. So if it's something to do with listening to the wrong people or falling for an illusion or listening to a lie or allowing other people to sabotage you because they're jealous, whether you kind of didn't see through it and now you see through it, or you kind of had a sneaky suspicion, but then you tell yourself, I'm being paranoid, why would they get, it's all that kind of theme, or whatever it is that's coming up. These are just things that I'm feeling in the collective energy that's going to be relevant to this. Just let it all go. You're not going to repeat those lessons again. You've learned really tough lessons on who to trust and who not to trust. And we cut the cords of Archangel Michael to the old earth of fear, lack, and negativity, but we keep the lessons because, like I said, it makes you who you are and you learn a tough lesson, all the people that I'm speaking to. And now we connect our cords to the new earth of peace, calm, abundance, balance of your inner masculine and feminine energy. So you got strong boundaries and quick decision making and action taken with the masculine energy, and you're receptive and open to love and soft, and you're safe to be in your soft era with your feminine energy, with your feelings. Whether you are the divine feminine or divine masculine, because the feminine energy is the masculine's feelings too. And that is a lot of men in particular's problems, is they're afraid to really drop the mask and let somebody in on their real feelings. And that's what I believe is really quite a beautiful thing when it's true love and best friends and you feel safe, not just the women feel like, both people feeling safe, where you can just like soften into the truth. Bjork, it's oh so quiet, just came on when I didn't, I closed my eyes at some of the bits, but so anyway, pulling up an intention for whatever it is you feel you need from the new earth. What is it you're lacking in? If you're in pain, pull up healing to relieve your pain. If you're struggling with money, set an intention to attract money. If you're, oh yeah, that actually just reminds me of this thing I want to do. And whatever it might be. And because that just reminded me while you're setting that, I'm going to read this card and then I'm going to bring us back in a minute and open our eyes. But I'm going to get us to keep our eyes closed while we do this. So, the Huna prayer, which that kind of sounds Hawaiian or something, but I don't think it is. But Huna prayer, and it's got an 8 on it, so I feel it's really indicating that we're closing out this Lionsgate portal energy. The High Priest Hermes took his tribe from Atlantis. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. You can tell I didn't read this. It is Hawaii. And I've actually pulled Hawaii out. Right, okay, we'll just deal with the this deck keeps really freaking me out. We've done it again. Every single time, if you're new here, every single time I've pulled one of these cards, I've had synchronicities throughout the day or on the last live. Oh, that is so crazy. Okay, anyway. I can't get over that. The High Priest Hermes took his tribe from the Atlantis to Hawaii, the card I'm about to read after this, where he established the Kahuna tribe and taught the tribe the Huna prayers as follows. First, address your prayer to an angel or a master of your choice. So if you're aware of all the different types of angels, put, your request out to whoever you feel the most connected to. If you're not aware of the different angels' names and stuff, I truly do that. It really doesn't matter, right? Because they know your heart and they know your intentions, and just put it out generally. But if you've lost something, pray to Saint Anthony because he's the the saint of lost things. Someone must have lost something. I just randomly popped that in. It does work. My mum once lost her keys and they could have been fucking anywhere. And they did turn up. I said to her, I was like, do it and I'll do it. And she found them quite quickly. Um, State your request 3 times in positive terms. Sit with your palms up and say, so you can do that if you want, or, just set your intention. So I'll say it for us, right? But you can say it too. So, or say it in your mind, or may the rain of blessings fall, so be it. Repeat this for 30 days, then stop. So again, if you want to do that, you can, or we're just saying it now. May the rain of blessings fall, so be it. I'll say it once more. May the rain of blessings fall, so be it. And a little sneaky peek spoiler alert, I do not think it's a coincidence because nothing ever is, like I said on the last live. Um, Actually, I pulled that for myself on that reading there as well. Blessings came out, well, in my cards. I think it came out in one of yours as well. But remember, whatever cards I pull for myself too, I'm part of this collective as well. So people can resonate my cards too. It's like it came out in the shorts for in a couple of days. So I really do feel the people that, and when I say really do feel, it's a stronger message. For people that really do pick up what I'm putting down here, I do feel there are blessings coming in. Like and soon, because you're due them. Watch for the signs from the universe and take action at any time it feels right. And again, Leo moon is for taking action. Your guidance is to start a Huna prayer for some aspect of your life and continue if you're already engaged in one. True Blue just came on, Madonna. And I think she's just like, true love, oh baby, true love, oh baby. That's really all I can remember about that. Your affirmation is your Huna prayer. Wow, right. So I'm gonna get you to yeah, just think about what would it mean for you to have your blessings coming in? What would that look like? Just feel what that would feel like for your blessings to come in. And if you've done the Lionsgate portal activation visualization, then just sort of do that again for a bit. Like allow yourself to feel the pleasure of that's from Bruce Almighty, if you don't know why I'm saying it like that, of what you done there, like visualizing how do you feel in your highest timeline? Feel yourself in it. We're using the last of this Lionsgate portal energy to manifest, instant manifestation. Okay, and I'm going to count from 10 to 1, and when I get to 2, you're going to open your eyes. I'm going to get to 1, you're going to open your eyes, wide awake, and I'm sorry to say, I'm afraid you're going to have to listen to me going, oh my god, wow, fuck, shit, because out of all those cards, pulling out Hawaii, it's just crazy when that is the card that I'd picked it and I didn't even click. It was just when I read, who that sounds Hawaiian, and then yeah, nuts. So, of course, this card might not be Hawaii, but I'm pretty sure it is when she's got a Hawaiian thing around her head. So, Ready to come back now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Thinking about opening your eyes. 1, opening your eyes. Wide awake, wide awake. And because I'm going on about it like that, we better read the Hawaiian one first. But that is... must be huge synchronicity with Hawaii. And wait a minute. It's to do with the ley lines. Because Hawaii is the heart chakra. Yeah, I was going to say, I knew that. Hawaii is regarded in modern metaphysical and spiritual traditions as a major planetary energy vortex, and the island of Maui, specifically Haluka, I can't say that, frequently associated with the heart chakra. So that's why the Hawaiian prayer was needed to come in, and that's why I've pulled Hawaii. It's just amazing. Right. Let's find it. Why am I not seeing it? Oh, there it is. Oh, what? It's not Hawaii. It's not. Well, at least you know I'm fucking honest. It's not Hawaii. It's somewhere in the USA. Well, I don't. Wait a minute. Remember, I'm not good at geography. Let's just read what it says. Yeah, it must be. It's something. Oh, I don't know. No, it is Hawaii. I'm sorry. Because I'm thinking it's Hawaii class. I don't know. I thought it was a separate place. Yeah, it's Hawaii. Yeah, I knew that. I think it's just me. My brain's trying to find out. I'm like, I just can't believe that that's the thing that I found earlier today, and then this. Nuts. Right, okay, so energy focus, entanglement. Ah, entanglement. You see that word? That's interesting to me. So again, if you're watching this and you're wanting to piece together, it's I think this is the way they're going to make me do these from now on. Like it's like, I'll do one a separate one because there's so much astrology to break it down and then do the story. But like I said, I'm finishing these ones up on Sunday anyway for a month, but um at least I think yeah, I'm gonna have a break, I think. But yeah, what I've just said, and well, I did say it in this too, didn't I? Said it in the last one, but I think no, I think it's what's been coming through in all of this. Entanglement. But the cards on the last live, where with the man in the middle of two women. So it can be that for some, but I also just feel it's like, forget that that's obviously meant to be like, romantic kind of connections or sex or whatever. It's like that can even just be like, anyone, like females around somebody that's gossiping. Like you're torn into it, like who do I believe? That kind of thing. Who's telling the truth here? Entanglement. Like you've got entangled up in like a web of oh that yeah, it is that. Because I just realised right, that big massive pile that I'm going to get into when I finish these cards, there's two illusion cards. So like like whatever Avil channel to like that, there's definitely something about someone's like pulling themselves out of a web of lies that they've believed at some point. So right, aloha, welcome the octopus waits to ensnare you. It's all very well going with the flow, but where is your caution? When did you last test the water before jumping in? So you see someone's like like jumped in too fast, believed something, and then found out further down the line you've listened to a lie or you've believed the wrong like you've believed the wrong person, you've been manipulated, like all this kind of stuff. The octopus warns of your entrapment in a situation that does not express your highest purpose. Have you been living someone else's dream or become caught up in someone else's drama? Hello, Leo, that's a drama. Perhaps there is a part of you that likes to get involved, that adores the intrigue. Perhaps this sort of entanglement fills a part of your life that is otherwise empty. This octopus asks you to keep your cool and, most importantly, to remain fully aware of the circumstances surrounding you. Allow the eye of Kanaloa, Hawaiian god of the ocean and healing, to boost your physical, mental, and emotional energies as you access its power by means of meditative gaze. Right, so the present energy. Rising out the waters on this card are two tikis or statues of gods, carved from wood that represent the ancestral spirits of Hawaii. Placed throughout the Hawaiian Islands, these masked tikis personify the volatile forces of nature, the earthquakes, and erupting volcanoes, of course, that are all happening right now, that literally just happened, the other day, of this region. Do you find that you cause others to tremble when they witness one of your outbursts? Do you realize the impact you have on other people? Oh, so this could specifically be as well someone that's like I said, because you think about all the stuff I was channeling about someone's not proud of their past self. So again, must stress whether you're a man or a woman, like this could be somebody reflecting on like what I said with all the purging stuff coming up. Like if you specifically had like an angry outburst at someone that didn't show your best self, um, this could be somebody that's trying to heal that part of you. And I mean, if that is you and you're trying to do that, however you're trying to do that, like, you should be proud of yourself because a lot of people will just carry on doing that in life and they'll not look at any of that. So, you need to be proud of yourself if you're doing that. Um, and like I've said before, like me being me, like whenever if ever like a client saying to me they've just had an argument with someone, or I get loads of email, I'll usually get a clump of emails all at the same time. It's always when it's really intense energy, and I'm like, I'll listen and I'll empathize and I'll be like, look, this is also this and that and that. And I'm like, oh, that makes perfect sense why I'm feeling like this, which is why I do this. Um, and but also for myself, when I've argued with people in the past and stuff, it's like, friends or family or whatever, it's kind of like, it's been like really explosive transits going on and stuff. So that's why it's good to kind of know generally what the energy is. Because, if it is kind of like really explosive astrology, like I would kind of take a rain check on like meeting up with pals that you've not seen for ages or something, or a friend, or like if you're not really wanting to get into like a deep chat or something, like, it's good to know like when's a good time to kind of be seeing people and when's not. Yes, the planetary alignment and eclipse, yeah, exactly. Very intense energy. Um, this card calls you to hold back and look at the consequences of your actions. Although the very beautiful and sacred Leo Valley, cloaked in tropical vegetation, is a place of seemingly tranquility, the steep-sided mountain known as the Needle served as a lookout point when King Kama, oh God, how the hell did I say that? Kama Hamaha? Kamehameha, we'll go with that. Defeated the forces of Maui in a ruthless battle in order to unite the island. Consider leaving the scene. Oh yeah, you see that right? Thank you so much, God. Like this is blowing my mind because I do think this is very similar to what I've channeled with what's just coming through out the cards. Which what does that say? Consider leaving the scene of any conflict as quietly as possible instead of erupting. When it seems safe to do so, simply seize your opportunity to walk away serenely with your head held high. I feel like that is about if you find out if the secret is revealed of who has been meddling and who has been, if you source it back to some kind of source that lied about something that made you look at somebody different, or that, slander or something, whatever it is, like instead of channeling all this powerful energy that's at your fingertips and in your heart, because of this Hawaii being the heart chakra, like the heart chakra of the world, like it's kind of like, um which Glastonbury can also be linked to something to like that's why I checked because I was like that I can't remember what that is. That's what I was thinking, is that one the heart? But no, it's Hawaii's the heart and then that's or maybe it's like different things, but I knew it was something like that. But anyway, the point is there's a lot of heart chakra healing, and then pride is just something called pride U2's on. Like, don't be too proud to walk up, like, just walk away from the conflict. Like, it's almost like I'm getting this vibe of like, who cares? But I think if this is your message, you do care, and it's kind of boils your blood to think, how could somebody do that? Like, I do think I'm tuning in to people that have just taken great pleasure in lying about something or just making something look one way when it isn't, or just keeping people apart just for the sheer fun of it. Like, some people get a kick out of drama, but it's like if you're someone that's been on the receiving end of that, whether you're a feminine or a masculine, like, if you can actually walk away from it without erupting and just have the sense to stay away from people like that. It's a bit like when I say keep your enemies close, your friends close and your enemies closer, and I'm always like, nah, get them to fuck. Why would you fuck that? Have a peaceful life. Just get them to fuck. Whoever they are, get them out your life. Like, move away from them if needs be. Or just, change your friendship. I mean, yeah, if it is a friendship, a friendship group, it's not a friend, is it? But like, or if it's something, whatever it is, just don't, get your energy away from people like that. When it seems safe to do so, simply seize your opportunity to walk away serenely with your head held high. So that takes a lot, that takes a lot to do that, like, because a lot of people want revenge, and I wouldn't advise it, and or at least kind of everybody to know the truth and that kind. And it depends what we're talking about for different people, but all I would say is think carefully in all this powerful energy. If it's a choice between you channeling your energy between taking action with something you're passionate about and being happy and at peace and in love in some cases, and dealing with the person that lied, fuck them. They'll get their karma. If they haven't already, they'll get their karma. They're probably going through it right fucking now with all this coming out. Um, because people that do things like that, all the people that have done that to all the different unions, think how unhappy they must have been to have done that, to be that bored to do that. So anyway, the potential. The unpredictable goddess Pele welcomes you. She personifies the powerful volcanoes of Hawaii and is known as an eater of the land, as she devours everything that her fiery hot lava touches. You must recognize her impetuous qualities within yourself. Definitely given anger. Can you admit that you have tendencies to be jealous, aggressive, capable of sudden rage, even violence? You must release, oh, and remember, watch with Mercury opposite Pluto. I must stress we're getting that deck now. If we have any jealous exes that are volatile, avoid them like the plague right now, because that's you're probably going to be on the receiving end of some nasty words or texts and stuff like that. And if you haven't blocked people like that, but um, you must release those people in your. That's exactly what I just said. You must release those people in your life who remain there purely out of fear. So I mean, like, don't that bit. That's exactly what I was just getting at. I didn't know that I was going to say that because I don't think I've ever read this. It's like, don't keep people around you for the sake of like, oh, I've known this person however long, or I'm linked to this person through that person. It'd be awkward. Like, if because I'm looking about whatever these lies are that people. I don't think these are small things. I think this is things that have had big knock-on effects in your life, and you've got to love yourself enough to be like, I couldn't really care less how awkward it is. I don't want anything to do with him. It's a bit like how I've said before, right? Like I don't like confrontation, but I am assertive. And if I'm ever backed up in a corner, like say if I did, awkwardly sort of bump into somebody I don't like say I do that on watch that better no fucking happen. But say like whenever it is I'm going out, if I see somebody I look like, I'm not gonna because I'm pitch be like, oh yeah, like we'll just forget about it. No, I'll I'll find a way to get away because I'm genuine and I wouldn't be nasty, but and think about how awkward that can be actually, because don't want to go too deep into that, but if I'm with my friend and then there's still that as a fact that I've got people linked to my best friend that I'm not friend, I would respect, I'd be like, because that's not nice to, you know what I mean? It's like I'd let my best pal through it and I'll go to the toilet or something, or I'll go and fucking down a pipe myself. I couldn't give a fuck. I'm not standing talking to people that I don't believe like me or have good intentions for me, and I'm not going to be fake. Do you know what I mean? So, and a lot of people wouldn't do that. A lot of people would just sort of smile and nod, and I'm not going to do that. I might have done it in my past, and I never like sort of doing it, but I certainly wouldn't do it now at the age of 42, nearly 42. Fuck that. But please could we make it that I just am in my little cocoon with my bestie, we just have fun, and maybe with some more people that I love if I manifest what I want because it's yeah, because yes, someone I know was like might be coming. But anyway, so but Pele can also be the gentle, loving, and serene spirit of the lush vegetation that grows from the fertile land of our islands. Perhaps you are the one who's scared and controlled in a relationship. Well, we saw that in the cards. If so, then would it be wise for you to call upon the goddess Pele to ignite your courage and strength with her fire, to enable you to walk away from an unhealthy situation? So you see what I mean? Whether it's walking away from an unhealthy situation and potentially an awkward one, where it might not be unhealthy for the other people around you, like say, you know what I mean? Like, but it would be unhealthy for you because it could re-traumatize you. It could you know, take you right back to certain betrayals and stuff like that, or you know what I mean? It's like it's no, love yourself enough to be like, I don't want to be around these people. Um, like, and again, like I mean, if that specifically happens to me, again, I do trust God because He's never let me down all the other times that but it's kind of like my best friend's my best friend for a reason. We would go somewhere else, you know what I mean? And that goes for anyone because I mean, I'm not just talking about like it's like, yeah, there's tons of, you know what I mean? There's tons of people I would want to see on a night, to be honest. That's why that's another reason why I'm not bothered about going out a lot too, but it's kind of like, true, yeah, Spandau Ballet, True just came on, absolutely hilarious. But but the chances are, if I'm not worried, people don't want to see me either, so just fucking, I'll pretend you didn't see me, and I didn't see you. Let's just, I've done that in my Twinflame loads of times in the festival. You know what I mean? I wasn't talking about him actually, but him too. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like nothing's gonna burst my happy bubble. There are four ways of offering blessings: through admiration, the giving of compliments or praise; through affirmation, a direct blessing such as "I bless the cleansing of this rain." Isn't that interesting that this isn't the same card? But is it about to tell us the same prayer? Through appreciation and expression of gratitude, and through anticipation, a blessing for the future, such as may you have perfect success. Try to bless as often as you can using these A forms. Be careful not to negate your aloha spirit of blessing by cursing or criticizing. Rather than anticipating worry, bless the future, which is that's the point I was making. Like, I'm very good at helping my soul clients with that and soul family when I'm talking on here generally. But for me myself, I can get quite stuck in my head and worry. And the first few times I was going out after a lot of things changing my life, I was very carefully picking, like, where I was going and I was looking at everything and I was overthinking and every single time it's been fine and it's just kind of I'm not fucking doing that this year. I couldn't give a fuck. Do you know what I mean? Like, but still take care of myself, but I couldn't, and that's really fun. And I feel that's where a lot of us are at. Like, stop fucking putting so much worry in the situation. And for this story that I'm about to channel as well, like I feel for the masculines as well. It's like if you put all your worry and fear and ego into they're never going to forgive me, or they're never going to listen to me, or they're never going to understand, or what's the point? Nobody ever, like, guess what? You're manifesting that. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if you pour, like, kind of like, somehow, I don't know how this is going to work out. I'm going to be brave. I'm going to speak my truth. I'm going to speak my voice, even if it shakes. What's the other one? Like, I'm actually just going to go and tell this person how I feel, even if it's too late, because at least then I'll not be able to live, I will not have to live with this regret for the rest of my life, knowing that I've done something about it. And I say that quite a lot. Like, I just think that's one of the worst things to live with. And I'm just delighted that I never done that to myself. It doesn't always go your way. like at all or right away. But for some people, it might manifest a bit later on because the person wasn't ready. You know what I mean? But at least you're never going to have regrets. Whereas the other people that just hold it in their heart and stay in unhappy situations and don't leave the unhealthy situations that this card is actually calling out and all the pictures and it, they're going to live with those regrets for the rest of their life. So rather be the brave people than not. And you can be that brave person, whether you're a man or a woman. Rather than anticipating worry, bless the future. Why not start your new Aloha outlook by making a list of all that you wish to bless in your life? Bless everything in this world and everyone that you wish to benefit from your blessings. Soon you will be naturally blessing all that is around you, and you will receive the blessings back in many beautiful ways. You know, it's this thing that I saw once, like I'm not a fan of the word blessing because when you play on words, like, you know, it can be like be less. I know it's a bit extra, but some people do believe that. It's a bit like good morning. A lot of people don't like to say good morning because it's like morning something, so they'll say like, what is the thing people say instead of that? That kind of irritates me. I don't usually use the word irritates, but you know what I mean? It just sounds stupid. Whatever it is. I can't remember what it is. Someone will know, or it'll come to me. Um, so I just change it to pray. Like I just pray about everything, or set an intent. I pray and I set intentions. You know what I mean? But you can use blessings if you want. You know what I mean? It's just that always kind of sticks in my. That's it. Yeah, that really fucking annoys me. I don't know why. I just don't. It really annoys me, especially because some of the fake trolls that sometimes come. Grand Rising, do you know what I mean? It's always the people that are like they're a fucking troll. Do you know what I mean? So I just don't. I don't like that. So again, don't let me stop you saying that if you say it. I'm not gonna block you if you say it, but it's quite funny, isn't it? Right, so let's build the wee oh, I mean I just the thumbnail's gonna be outrageous because there's just like there's so many cards I'm about to read. Oh, do we have to read this? Let's just quickly see what it is. Rapu Nu did I read all of that? Did I finish reading it? I did, didn't I? Rapu Nui River. Right, let's see. Oh, bless me. Where did that come from? Clearing energy indeed. Um, Rapper. My wee pal wasn't well today. Oh, I just knew she wasn't well. I think she's going to take her to the vet. She was not right. Um, but at least she was with a healer. Do you know what I mean? She's that makes a change. She's usually healing me. Seriously. Like after my car crash, I had her, and she was definitely healing me. She was right next to me, and um. Yeah, she's healed me quite a lot of things. What Rappa Nui. Right, Pacific Ocean, 206. It bothers me too, good. On a mission to have it shut down for all the local living beings. What do you mean? Saying Grand Rising? Or no. A farmer has automated a scare gun exploding twice every 6 minutes all night long. So, oh my god, what? Oh, fuck's sake, how am I gonna get any sleep? That's torture. Um, right. Rapper. What did I say? 206. Let's just have a wee peek at what it says. Right, so stewardship, southeastern Pacific Ocean. Just going to try and scan it. What did that say? Have you put your own needs before the care of your community environment? It's never too late to be a good steward. Act now. Okay, maybe I do need to read all of that together. The person who belongs to the God, if if I'm asking that question for myself personally, I've been guilty of doing the fucking opposite and putting everyone else's needs before my own. I've just managed to bloody the last few years do the opposite, but take it how it resonates for you. In later years, young men were sent to annually retrieve the first egg of Suti in the favour of the gods. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, whatever that means to you. What does this say? Yeah, I can't see anything really significant sticking out there. So it's about community again, though. So actually, I suppose it is going to be relevant. It's never not going to be relevant, but the cards earlier were all about community. And it's going to be a lot about community for the next 18 months because the North Node's in Aquarius now. But in general, like where do you feel like maybe you haven't given back to your community, like online or offline, or like where do you need to do more? Like for instance, watch more of my videos to support this community. I mean, I think that's quite clever how I keep leading it back to guiding people to probably clever and annoying. But but no, seriously, like do you know what I mean? Where can you give back to the community in person or online? And it doesn't need to just be this one. Like I said, other YouTube channels, if you like their stuff, watch as many of their things as you can. Like not so much like I mean, not so much ones that are already monetized. Like that doesn't matter for them. They've already got it, and they'll be the people that will be chill. But it's people that are not monetized yet, which isn't the be all and end all. But when you're already been doing it for ages, you've been knocking your pan in, and it would mean that you would be getting so much back for doing the same thing, and you'd be getting like for me personally, I'm just going to speak selfishly here. Like I've poured out all this energy, and I have done it with good intentions, and I genuinely do enjoy it. And a lot, like even the fact that two people close in my life, the fact that one's going to be listening to the journey tonight. She's probably like she'll be asleep now, and the one that listened to it yesterday and felt great today. That felt like that honestly did really make me really happy to know that two people I care about, one of them's happy today because of something I recorded 6 years ago. Another one's I know she's gonna say something similar. She's gonna text me and be like, "Oh my God, like I fell asleep, as soon as I put it on," and and it's so why shouldn't I be receiving back money for something I recorded in a pandemic, and that helps people get to sleep in it? Because I know for a fact that there's still people that listen to them to go to sleep at night. They don't even book with me that aren't on my radar anymore, and they'll still listen to them. Like I know it because I know how much certain people loved it. You know what I mean? Like quite a few people, and that's okay. Like I understand. Like that's what they're there for. Like, and that was something. Well, I'll take it. I get it. I get what they're doing here. This is why I'm good at shadow work because I'm honest and I look at my own shit. That's a reason that is why I took so long to put that stuff out there because I knew how powerful it was, and I knew that it would potentially stop people booking with me because they're like, why would I book a session when I can get that? But I always point out to people, don't abuse it because if you listen to my stuff all the time and you never book, but you have got the money to book, but then you're spending the money elsewhere, or you're not liking the video, you're not giving gratitude, or you're sitting being jealous. I'm not saying that's everyone, but it will be some people. There's bad karma in that because if I've channeled them with good karma and then I've had to get over my fear and like blocks to like I had to get over the annoyance of like why the fuck should I be out there for anyone, like even the people that don't like me and everything, to use to help them when I'm sitting here fucking skint and all that kind of stuff. Like I had to get all over all that, and can still you know look at it objectively to be like, if it was someone else saying that to me, I'd be like, I hear what you're saying, but I had to push that aside and put that out because it was a time of crisis for a lot of people. And but at the end of the day, it's like I understand that my purpose is, bigger than like some of the things I'm saying, and it does. And at the end of the day, I don't care about money like a lot of other people do. But let's get real, we do need money to live. So my point being is, I've made quite a good case there. Um, I do deserve to meet those 4,000 hours before they double it. Um, as do a lot of other people. So, like I said, for myself, I'm asking you for your help. And if there's other people that are like me and they're going on a similar kind of saying the same thing, listen to what they're saying because, we do deserve to receive back in that way. Because that's from YouTube, just from you simply doing the same thing that you do all the time, we'll get a wee bit of money. And it's not even tons, is it? But it's like, I just thinking that's why I just think it's cruel that they're taking that away from people. And like I said, it is to make people quit, but they don't know who they're working with me. Picked on the wrong girl there. Right, okay, so let's get into this because look how many fucking cards I found. But anyway, so I'll try and do it quick. Oh wait a minute, I need to put them this way though because I thought it was funny. I found him just this guy was like rogue away from well, I don't know how long he's been away because I've got that deck sitting somewhere here and he wasn't in it. He was in a box. So somebody's coming. "Brrr, here I come, baby, on my motorbike." It's the Knight of Swords. I'm going. I can't. I've lost it. Danny Zuko's coming in on the motorbike. Or if we're going for Grease too, it's like, let's. I don't think they sing any songs on. Oh no, they do. I can see the scene, but I can't remember the song. Oh no, don't get me singing Grease too. I won't be able to stop. That's so funny. That's when me and my best pal were at the that outdoor cinema thing. I was like, what would be a good? And I was like, oh, Grease, that'd be amazing. I was like, oh, and she was like, you would love Grease too. And I was like, aye, they're never going to put Grease too though. But yeah, I can't remember. I mean, there's Cool Rider, but that's not the guy singing it. I need a Coolrider. He does look like a cool rider. The rugged kind of, the rugged tash and beard going on there. That guy is kind of hot for a cartoon man. Right, okay. Anyway, sorry. Yet again, being distracted by a hot man. Right, okay, so I think it was yeah. Yes, all these cards are a lot of things I've already channeled. But it was like they kept making so much. Oh yeah, I think it'll be quite moving actually. The okay, so let's see. Let me just read these before I. I'm happy to get your hours up. I can listen to you for hours. I love it. Oh, thank you, Michael. Keep it covered. Keep it covered. See, this is the Leo energy of it. But no, thank you. I do appreciate that. That's very helpful. And everyone else that takes on board what I'm saying too. The people that don't talk to, because I know that there'll be some nice people out there that you don't talk and you're like, yeah, I'm going to do that, and but you're not talking. Because there's people I watch that I totally I mean, like I said, there's people I watch and I'm like the first person to like some of their videos and stuff, do you know what I mean? So like, and I literally mean the first. Like, I sometimes catch things as soon as somebody publishes because we must just have such a soul connection that like there's quite a few like that. It's nuts. So this is the end, okay? And keep in mind that's still in line with what I say all the time that I don't watch many like I don't watch many things anymore, but it's kind of depends which way you see it. Like because I'm a YouTuber, if I start watching something, I will watch it to the end. But I might not necessarily take everything in if you get what I'm saying. But because I know how important it is to do that. But yeah, this is the end. So eclipses, like I said, they are, this is definitely about a lot of intense endings, but it is about a lot of beginnings. So this card always reminds me of Adele. This is the end. Hold your breath and count to 10. So that'll be different for a lot of different people. Longing, craving, aching, wanting. So perhaps it's the end of the longing because true love is here. Red rose, your potential for greater love rests in opening your heart. Blockages and wounds from your past will be healed and you'll be met with the true passion you seek. So you see how similar that is to what I'm saying about when you can get out of your own way and forgive yourself and allow the love in. It's here for you now because summer. And it gets better by the way. And I've literally found them in this order. That's why I just put them back in the order I found them. Everything that you're asking for becomes yours in the summertime. Oh, I forgot the wording was that specific. So basically now, unless you're in the other part of the world, bad luck. But you know what I mean? It's like it's here now. Open your heart, like, allow your heart to be purged of the pain and you've healed enough to receive it. Come together right now. Can't remember the words. Fairies like to be busy, and a group of them is showing you that I can't read it. Many hands make light work. Working as a team helps get the job. Oh my God, what the hell are you doing? I thought it was an ant. It was a little fly. Fuck off. See, it's a monitor and spin it. What's that? Was that in the pile? Love. No, I think that was from something else. But yeah, look. So, a gathering of some sort, whatever. I don't know really. That card is. Let's just move on. I feel you leaving me behind. Therefore, I will not let that happen. Conversation. You are my beloved, the beloved. I'm going to channel these ones really fast now. I want to call you and hear your voice. I couldn't see. I had cloudy judgment. I couldn't see through the illusion. Illusions unbalanced, distorted. Well, I'll read this terrible spelling card. I may be quite right now. That would be quiet. But you are always on my mind. Remember that separation is an illusion. We are always together. We're drawn together by faith, trust, and your intuition. I'm working hard behind the scenes to heal and reach out to you soon. Stay strong for me. I am coming back home. But I always just like to use that as there was an illusion. There was an illusion cast. So there could have literally been an illusion spell. Like literally somebody could have cast a spell because I don't care what anybody says. If people say that spells and curses and that aren't real, you're gonna be in for a fright because, or you're just very lucky. They're putting the word lucky and you haven't come across it. But again, I am a real shaman, not just calling myself that. I've went through all the initiations of it, and that's what I help people with every day. And even if it isn't that someone's had a spell cast on them, all spells are words, and it's somebody confusing somebody with words or making up a lie or slander or gossip. And yes, I know everybody that's here all the time hears me say this a million times, but for anyone else that kind of doesn't really get what that means, it's not always like, oh, a curse or a spell. It's like sometimes it is that though. It's like I'm saying, like, and it's more, it's even I'm more passionate about it because I've been watching Once Upon a Time because there's actually so much truth in that. It's got portals, it's got curses, it's got spells. All these things are real, like they are real. Okay, so it might not be the fucking flying glitter and light out the hand and all that, but it is real. Um, but yeah, somebody's saying I couldn't see, but now all I do see is you, and it exhausts me. Reminiscing on the past. So you could have known this person a long time because they're kids on that, but I mean, this could just be when you're younger. Set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later. Solutions that come from meditation, the need for more sleep or vacation. So either somebody's like needing a holiday because they're exhausted, or they've been healing because it's the Four of Swords, or spending a lot of time in bed. Children or childhood, the return of people or romances from your past, remembering events differently in better or worse light than how they really occurred. So it is that kind of vibe of the masculine group that I'm going to be tuning in to, all the people it resonates with, are looking back at the past to something when you're younger and seeing something in a different light. And when you link it together with all the other stuff, it's like something is becoming clearer about who weaved a web, who cast a spell, who lied, and however many people. Dishonesty, deception, trickery. And it could, that you could sort of spin that like someone's lied to themselves and then weave a web that, of entrapment. But because the word jealousy's come out on so many different cards, there's jealousy here. And there's the forgiveness element. I'm struggling to get over the past. So it's just building a very strong case of somebody's believed the wrong person or wrong people or something like that and struggling to forgive themselves and get rid of the past, and so it's safer to spy. Social network, information, ways. But a new beginning could be yours. Look forward to a new beginning. So see what I mean? It's the choice is you either stay in that spying in the past energy or you choose a new beginning. Separation, space, blockage, unfinished business. We still have things to resolve and discuss very soon. God, that sounds like I'm that just sounds like I was channeling someone there, doesn't it? It's like clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. God, that is also I'm not telling that story again, but that card was lost too. I just found that in the box. So that's important. That card was lost in the sea of cards and I just found it. So it wanted to be found for this message. very soon you're going to be sorting out unfinished business with someone you're in separation with. That could be the thumbnail there, actually. Someone you've been at a distance with. But we all know, I'm gonna, yeah, I'll pause just so that I can grab one, like, although I kind of want one about secrets, so. Who do you need to forgive? As you release old anger and resentment, yeah, that's a good thumbnail. You will find your wishes will come true. So that is, I totally forgot that was in there because I didn't look at these quickly. I just gathered them and I knew what they're telling me. So I've obviously soaked in what the message was as I was picking them up and put them in the pile. Like that's exactly what I've channeled about. Like you can either choose to be very angry and resentful and maybe even want revenge on whoever it is that caused the most problem and however many people that is. Or you can choose to focus your energy on what it is, like your wish coming true. If you had the choice between the revenge or getting your dream, what are you going to pick? I would hope everyone would say the dream. But again, some people's quest for revenge can be stronger, so pick carefully. And actually, that's cool because in that's cool how they're telling me that because in Once Upon a Time, that is very true. Like Regina's like that because when Emma brings back, his past life, well, it's not just past life love, it's his fucking wife, and they've got a small boy together. You see that Regina was getting to know the boy, so I suppose she was like becoming like a stepmom or something. Like not really because they're dating, but you know what I mean. Like they were, because she was meant to be dead and then she's brought her back from the dead. So it's kind of like so Judina now hates Emma again when they just got friendly, and so she's wanting revenge. But they've made friends again now. But you know what I mean? It's that kind of if you've got a lot of hate in your heart and stuff, you are kind of jealous, revenge, and it's just that can come from different places from different people. Depends how easily influenced you are too, because you got really toxic people around you, like friends and that. You could allow somebody to get in your ear and be like, "Yeah, they meant this," and it's like, how the fuck do these people know? You know what I mean? They could be jealous as fuck as you, and you're like not seeing through that illusion. Um, but anyway, I feel somebody that has definitely been wounded is going to be coming in very quickly when they make that decision to not let their fear win and when they go with their heart. Wounded, intense emotional pain, fear, depression, emotionally unavailable, scared, defensive, triggered, and healing. Now, I don't feel it's all these words, but I do feel someone has been in a depression, a lot of fear, intense emotional pain. Therefore, they were emotionally unavailable because their completely nervous system's like fucked with everything that's happened. But also healing attachment wounds and stuff. And yeah, scared defense. It's like that's given going through a dark night of soul, and it's like when the person comes out of that enough, like, coming at you, baby. Okay, so if that made any type of sense to you, then this might be yours, but we need to kind of hurry it up now. So, and like I say all the time, even if it doesn't make any fucking sense, it's quite fun to just listen. Oh, there's the deck. Look, whoever you are, rugged man, do you want to join? Look, do you want to find one of the queens in the deck? Let's actually, do you know what? Let's put him back and see if he comes out again. That will actually be jokes if he comes out again. So, what have we got for give us the energy of the feminine? And again, put the genders where you want and all that jazz, okay? I think I might just say that from now on. Put the genders where you want. I just can't anymore. It's just you and your situation. Yeah. Ah, I don't think that's the feminine somehow. This is the man going through again. If it's not a man, it's a woman. As far as I'm concerned, it's not a man, it's a woman. Okay. Death. There's the man going through the spiritual awakening. So although I asked about the feminine, I feel this is the masculine's feelings. Emotionally, you're all over the place, or you have been going through a dark night of soul. In the year of the horse, now, because they're all the horses. Escaping the devil, or escaping addictions, or both. You're stuck in a toxic cycle, and there's going to be a shocking change and revelation. Okay, that's the masculine. Could you give us the feminine, though? Oh, look, there's the feminine. Yep, I'm completely in the dark. I've got no fucking idea what's going on. I'm asking my dog, I'm asking my wolf. The full moon's trying to talk to me. It's like it's cloaked. I can't really, could be this, could be that, could be that. So I've just given up. I'm just like, whatever. I'll find out whenever. But secrets are going to be revealed because I did title this Secrets Come Out, and I probably won't change it to be honest, because God knows when I watch this. But yeah, the secrets are going to come out feminine, but you could be extremely psychic and still quiet, waiting for the answers that might arrive at the end of the month because the full moon is at the end of the month. Unless they arrived at that Aquarius full moon. You feel somebody spying on you. The feminine feels somebody spying on them. The feminine feels somebody being humbled. And resting, there's the Four of Swords again, and healing. And delaying on a message through fear. Or through actual circumstances. But how do I get to there? I just need to work out how to get to that giant flower. Oh no, that's sorry. Oh, for fuck's sake. Innuendo central. It happens in the Scorpio ones and the Leo ones. It's quite entertaining, but I'm just gonna have to ignore it because it really puts me off, but it makes me laugh too. I'm going to have to find the location of that big flower, whatever that represents. It's going to take me a while though. Knight of Pentacles takes its fucking time. It's going to take me a while to heal from this addiction. Might as well face it, you're addicted to love. Maybe that's the addiction. Maybe that's probably like, oh shit, I'm in love. And I'm in balance. And the secret is, I realize it's not a bad thing. I'm in my feelings. Actually, this is what I really want. This is what I've always wanted. This is my wish fulfillment. But I have lied in the past and I have posed and even acted as a player. I just want to be really happy now. Got my lumberjack shirt on. Quite scared to go towards the Queen of Swords. But she's not really that scary. She's got a shamanic drum and I think she's just going to hear me out and she's going to drum away all my pain. Please note, you don't need to have a shamanic drum, but I do feel I'm talking to people that you're not, a typical Queen of Swords. You're going to be direct and straight to the point, but not too cutting because she ain't got a sword, you know what I mean? Yeah, somebody could be putting behind a money grabber because there's a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. They could be coming out of a family situation that's no longer a happy family. Yep, they're just having a wee cup of coffee and I'm going to be on my way. I'm just gaining my courage. I've went through hell. I've been under judgment. Putting betrayals behind me. Blocks are being lifted. Bit of a delay to a new beginning. But the worst is over. The conflict. Yep, I want my Queen of Wands. I want to, so I'm channeling here, but I'm channeling all the time, but I'm channeling specific messages. I just can't stop. I always do this with this deck, but it's like, I want my hot, fiery, passionate Queen of Wands. But this time, instead of going towards her as a hot, fiery King of Wands, which I definitely am. That'll be funny if that comes out before I end this bit. I'm actually going to go towards them a bit softer and kinder and talk about my feelings. But she is hot though, because the Queen of Wands is hot. I feel burdened without her. I want to apologise. I can't close out this karmic cycle until I apologise. I knew it, I felt it. That's amazing. Yeah, told you I'm a king of wands. I'm a passionate king of wands from a queen of wands. But that's not how I'm going to approach her. I'm going to approach her as a king of cups because that's what I never showed her. We're a power couple. Unless she tells me to fuck off, because Queen of Wands can do that too. Right, that's there on the thumbnail. Love it. We didn't get the Dirty Dancing card, but we'll use them again later. But I felt so. We've got a power couple on the thumbnail. Love it. Love it. But oh no, wait a minute. What else is in here? Very soon, I think would be quite good. Maybe for I've got courage to change. Secrets coming out. Summer as well, yeah, because it's summer. Yeah. Might change it again, but I think very soon we've got some power couples coming into the equation. Can I hold it? And summer. Yeah, look. Or should I hold very soon and summer together? Bear in mind what I always say is that, like, they put the thumbnail on, you can hardly see it anyway. Oh, I always do that. It's the way I'm angling it. It's like, actually, I'll hold them, that and that. That's quite cool. Very soon, summer. Right, is it flat? Let's see. So again, if you didn't hear me saying that earlier, if you really resonate with some of these, you should really, yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good enough. That's quite good. You should watch the older ones in the playlist, like especially if you're new or even if you're not new, because like if that's saying that like yeah, some of them will be coming about. Okay, right, we'll use these. So that didn't really that was a bit to identify. It did identify quite a theme kind of. No, it did. Actually, what am I talking about? It did. But I'm still going to use these cards because I think this is more the karmic energy because it's got gossip, it's got bully, it's got queen, which sometimes can be narcissist energy, but it's like it depends. If I pulled queen and king, I'd probably think it was twin flames, but it's normally it's but we've got king and queen of wands power couples, which is giving Leo. You know what I mean? Well, you don't need to be a Leo, by the way, remember. This can resonate with anyone, but scribe, preserving knowledge and information. So again, if you're the feminine energy or the masculine, you could be, you know, like writing things like, anything, whether it's a physical book or like writing things on the internet, or you might just write for your own personal, processing information. Inability to commit to a path once found. So I feel in the past, I'm doing it a bit differently rather than separating. I feel in the past, I think all the people that resonate with this, I think both people have had both the King and Queen of Wands, which would make sense to me if you're a matching couple. You've both had a problem commit because, fire energy, wherever it is, that's what I'm saying. You don't need to be a fire sign, right? Wherever it is in your chart, like say you've got like a Mars and Aries or something, it's like you might get a short burst of energy to do something and then you kind of slowly lose interest and you want to move on to the next. I feel the feminine and the masculine have had that problem, but with different things. So say the masculine, it might be like, you're interested in like a person for a while, and then a next new shiny thing comes along, and it's like, see you later, bye, next. Um, and like, so it's, you don't want to commit to one thing because you don't get serious with someone because you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. And really, a lot of the time, it's not always because you got sometimes you got to believe what people are showing you. But in some cases, it is that somebody could actually like you. Fuck, they might even love you, but they don't want to be in a committed relationship. Therefore, they go on something else or lots of different things. A song called "Angry's" on right now, so there's definitely anger, and again, that makes sense. That makes sense, and I've channeled about the anger in the other live and this because there would be, that's a fiery hot couple. Like again, when I say couple, this is going to make sense to a lot of different twin flames that resonate. But that would be a hot couple. But like, with fire, there is, I said this in the shorts or something, but there is always anger with fire. So if they're like the king and queen of wands, if you were in an argument, it would get heated. Um, but then it probably end up in the bedroom. And that's what always leads me to say, whenever I say anything like that, I would advise against that. I don't know how you could, you know what I mean, but you don't really want to mix that up. You want to resolve anger. You want to find another way to resolve anger. And then, later on, don't mix up the two kind of thing. But anyway, I do feel there's, and then so for the feminine, it could be with different things. Like you might, start something and then get bored of it and whatever, but there's a bit of scattered energy there in the past. And you see, like, that's where I get geeky about this. With true twin flames, that would make sense because if you do that, then they're going to do that too, but they don't always do it in the same area of life. So it's like in a lot of ways, I really don't. It's not fair. Nobody said it was fair. It's not fair, but it's just God not fair, damn it. But the feminine really does need to watch. You know what I mean? Like you need to do a lot of hard work to recognize your own um shadow, like unhealed shadows and patterns and stuff. Because if you really look at it on a really, really deep level, and some of the mistakes or whatever or things your twin flames up to or been up to in the past, and like usually you can kind of see a connection. Or I can if you're telling me it, I can always see. Even people are like, how the fuck I would never do that, and it's like I would be able to see. Um God. It's a divine union that God has orchestrated. I want to put in the thumbnail now. Did I put them totally away? I did, didn't I? Oh well. Benevolence and compassion, recognizing your eternal force within yourself and others, but also that's you recognizing the God and the goddess within each other. Like you're recognizing the person as your divine counterpart, your twin flame. Under attack has just come on. Ah, are you about to tell us about the karmic energy? But the union is under attack, yeah. Still. And it has been. And that's been your lesson. You've been a student of the hard knocks of life. Humility and devotion to knowledge, openness, and lifelong learning. It feels like it's been a lifelong journey for all the people that resonate with this, that you've had a lot of haters around you, a lot of frenemies, a lot of jealousy for either you as just an individual or like both people, you could have jealous friends, they could have jealous friends of you, so your friends being jealous of you, or like jealous of the union or the potential of union if you never even got to be in anything. It's been under attack. You cannot fucking make this shit up. Don Juan. Look what I just said. I said this is the energy of people, again, not a fan of the word player, but what better way to attack a union by really, really hammering it into the masculine to be a Don Juan. Yeah, just on the next, on the next, on the next. Keep them coming. And it also, I mean, it came out reverse too. Using the power of romantic attraction for private agendas. So, yes, I feel, this group of masculines could have been rather manipulative and sort of used their seductive qualities to catch their prey. But yes, I mean, I'm just trying to decide whether I want to put Don Juan. No, we'll leave Don Juan off the thing, but I mean, absolutely. But if you think about it, if that song's on called Under Attack, and I've just pulled out Don Juan and not even upright, which wouldn't be great, but like in verse, that is given it was under attack by people around the masculine wanting them to stay a Don Juan. Like just keep it moving, like free and easy. Don't commit. And even if you do commit, don't really commit. You know what I mean? It's like don't pick the one you really want because we want to have fun. We want you to have fun with us. When really you're a pioneer, and that was you dulling your own light. Giant light bulb in the middle there for a head. Passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. So that's what on a soul level, these karmic energies, whoever they are in your life, were holding you back from your potential by keeping you in a low vibrational Don Juan kind of shagger mentality. Sorry, that's really what sprang to mind. Because it that makes all your energy escape, you know, all your creative sexual energy escape. If you're always emptying what you got, you know what I'm saying? That's why celibacy is powerful. Um, basically, don't think I had to be cryptic there. I spelled it out. Yeah, scribe, and you know you could be a scribe too. You've got the power of written. So basically, all the twin flames mean you've got some kind of power of specifically written word to move people. A song called "I Still Have Faith in You" just came on. Queen. I did say that. I said that Queen means narcissist to me. Becomes arrogant when authority is challenged, controlling and demanding. So yeah, so I feel right. So this I get what they're saying is like someone's been in a Don Juan energy and been kept in a low vibrational state. But then for the people that then did opt off of the single train, they've picked a very controlling, demanding queen, like a distorted feminine. Or that's somebody that's told a lie. Could be both. Messiah, serving humanity with humility. Again, potential to help a lot of people. Mother in reverse, that's not a good one, is it? Smothering and abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. So yeah, unfortunately there could have been like a narcissistic mother, that would be definitely inverse. So again, specifics, don't let it trigger you if it's not your story, it's not everyone's, but I actually know some Leo placements where this is true. Advocate inspires you to put compassion into action. Saboteur, there we go. Saboteur. I called that at the start before I used this deck. There was sabotage involved. Induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. Like somebody was sabotaging this. Companionship. Like, look, companion, but it's in reverse. Betrayal by misusing confidences, loss of personal identity. Betrayal by misusing confidences. So that could even like someone's betrayed by like talking about somebody's business. Right, okay, that's enough of them, but that was enough to confirm what I'd said before the cards. Right. Um Fuck, I'm never getting off by half one. It's fucking 1:10 now. That one I done what was that last one? Cancer. I done that all by myself. There was literally not one Michael, that's hilarious. I've been shagged for years. I fucking in the same boat, pal. I think quite a lot of us. That's hilarious. Loving the honesty there. Um, so guess what that makes us? We are powerful. But seriously. We're holding on to our creative energy. Ain't nobody getting my fucking creative energy until I fucking say so. Do you know what I mean? Anyway. So that's funny. Right. But yeah, that is how they basically that is how the dark forces, but that is in general how the collective of most men are attacked is through their sexual energy. Um, unless you are enlightened to the fact that that's a thing. Like there's actually tons of channels now telling you about that. Like, to protect your like for men specifically to protect your energy. Right. I think we've kind of already saw what went down in the past and everything. But just for shits and giggles, let's get one of the Oh, actually no. Well, we'll use some of these, but we need to go to the toxic deck, which isn't really that toxic, but it kind of sometimes mostly is. Right. Oh my God, this is hilarious. What do I keep saying about the feminines deadline? Look, and the deadline's been and gone, it's in reverse. In the past, the feminines have you've either literally said to somebody, I love you, but I can't wait forever, and you're taking the piss. Like you might have not said it in so many words, but which isn't controlling. It's like what I said earlier. I channeled all about deadlines earlier. You do need a deadline. Like for instance, that news about the YouTube hours is a deadline that, like I said, I'm not happy for other people that were nowhere near it and stuff. And like I said, I'm still a fair bit off it too, but it's not impossible for me to do that if I work really, really hard from like now until next year, which I'm not happy about because I usually like slowing down in November really. So I'm not going to be able to do that. But it's been and gone. You know what I mean? Like, or you've telepathically put that out. Like, I feel a lot of you might even just said it like in your heart, or might have even just said it out loud. Like something of however you would word it. But deadline, time running out, on edge, intervention, can't wait no longer. Terrible English, but that's what it says. In the hours of 10 past. Wait a minute, I can't. There's too many hands on this. I'm always like, what does that mean? Right, so 10 in the morning or 10 at night, or 10 past. Yes, I am having to look at the clock because I can't work. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. 10 past 10 or 10:10, like in October, 10th of October. Um, any of that could be significant, and it doesn't need to be, but it could be for things happening or whatever. But yeah, because it's in reverse, it's like, the deadline's been and gone. So I feel in the past the feminine has set some kind. You've either set some kind of deadline for yourself for if this person hasn't made any type of contact or we haven't spoke about this unfinished business because we've already seen that this is for people that that that's your person. Like you're a Queen of Wands and they're a King of Wands, and they've got a lot of feelings. A King of Wands wanting to bring it because they've even said it themselves, and they're going to speed in on their motorbike. An analogy, but unless they've got a motorbike, but it's kind of like. So that's why I think it's coming through like that. Like it's not like, you're not wrong and you know that that is your person. But it's kind of like if you're going to keep fanning about and taking longer for whatever the reason is, however serious or not, and not giving me any kind of clue what's going on, then I'm going to start moving on in my own type of way. Like that is what I feel it is. But again, as I always say, we can't really move on in the twin flame journey. So good luck with that. But that's what someone said in the past. And the past could be, yes, so look, the masculines make sense. I think these are the only cards we need from this deck. The masculine's got decisions to make. Holding back, coming towards you, indecisive, procrastinating. Well, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't. I would make a decision. And so that makes so much sense of why the one from earlier. And I mean, it's kind of like I feel a lot of time and compassion has been given to all the masculines in this collective for years on end. And it's, it's being on the receiving end of it is shit. And you've got like your person's got to go through the karmic lessons and there's no time limit, you know what I mean? But there kind of is as well. And again, I think that's going to be different for different age groups and stuff as well. I think you can be a wee bit more chill if you're a wee bit old, and I don't know if you're a wee bit older and you've went through different seasons of your life. I could see, yeah, being a wee bit more chill if you're at different types of ages. I think there's other reasons why, yeah, I'm not waiting any longer and stuff like that. But this has been coming up non-stop. Like decisions have consequences, and I feel with what we've already saw there, someone's made decisions in the past to either live a single life or live a single life and then commit to a queen, well, a demanding, controlling queen. Um the evil queen, that's interesting. Sorry, but that's gonna be connected. But it's like it won't be for everyone, but and it's kind of like consequences have come from that. I think that might be related to if people have married people in that. I don't know, queen kind of gives me wife energy and stuff. But but then also there was stuff coming in about a mother in reverse, so that could be like a controlling mother. So it doesn't necessarily need to be. So take what kind of resonates there. But either way, it's like that is the feminine's kind of being quite firm about like I've actually given so much of my time and my energy, and it's absolutely draining now, and I actually feel um look, a healing and second chance can be given, but there needs to be a bit of movement now. So, and I only think this is for a group of twin flames, and it has been a very long time, and you've been very understanding, and it's kind of like, yeah, it's coming through. So let's now see with this deck. Um, I went out 4 weeks ago and had a connection with a woman, but she was seeing my friend. Oh dear, bit awkward. Get on to just a yogi. Or oh yeah, yeah, I did actually. When you said that guy, I did go and look. He looked kind, but not a fan of the yeah the what do you call it? A Course in Miracles. I was way back in the day, but. I know some of it is rather lovely, but it's because, that Marianne Williamson, she was my favourite, see, before I was awakened to that. But she's very dark, like when you actually wake up to that. So, and that's really, she's the one that pushed all that stuff out. So, I don't think I would be very good going on his, I don't think he'd want me on his channel. But he had a kind energy. I just watched like a couple of seconds of a short. But love our toy pups to get more. What's that? To get more subs. What the fuck's that? What's love our toy pups? And watch ours chat in their live feed and ask for help. No, because no, I get what you're saying, right? But to me, that's desperate. I'm not going to do that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want it to be genuine. Like, it's a twin flame channel. I don't want just any old randoms. But I get what you're saying. But no. Because I've actually got friends with YouTube channels and that. You know, um, I could make it slightly easier for myself. Born in the USA, but I'm not gonna. I still like the hard way. I like a challenge. It's boring if it's not a challenge. Do you know what I mean? I'm Venus in Aries, got Saturn in Scorpio, nah. But I appreciate you saying that. I do appreciate it. So Toy Pops is getting what is it about? Is it puppies? Toy Pops is getting 500 plus views these days, and only a few months ago it was getting less than 100. What the fuck? Is it just like Is it just puppies? But that's why. If that is literally puppies, animal things do really well. But, right. Okay, so what happened in the past? Take a deep breath, everyone. This could be bad, but let's just. This is the past, remember. What happened in the past between the fiery King and Queen of Wands? Oh dear, indeed. So, yes, many see through the extreme kindness. Um, ah, what's that bit about? Um, yeah, divine feminine in reverse, right? So if you think about it, it's already came through. I've already, as bits and bobs are going to make sense to different people. Already the potential that if somebody has jumped off a kind of single life, they've, what does they sound like, jumped off a single life and jumped on a queen. But it's kind of like, yeah, it's like, they've settled down with somebody controlling, demanding, and distorted energy that's ended up being a fucking nightmare at some point, you know. The usual story that comes through, a distorted feminine. Um, but that could also be a distorted feminine that is in the form of another female around them, like friends or family or a mixture of both and stuff. Or you, if this is you. Um, but the other thing is that could be in the past a masculine has looked at their own feminine as a distorted feminine. Or like you were some kind of karmic lesson that's luring them in with your lusty ways. You know what I mean? Because that's an easier story to tell oneself when you're in denial. Um, Probably a story that the masculine would have told lots of other people too. And here we go with the narcissistic energy again. So, yep, forcer forces things on you, forces their way in, uses force to get what they want. So, I would say that's bringing in the energy of could be anyone around the masculine energy, but I think that's bringing in the karmic energy in their head, overthinking, stress, and overanalyzing with a very controlling narcissistic person in their life. It's something that they're running from, running. Look, running towards the divine. Look, running towards the divine feminine now because that just came up upright now. Oh, look, she's got my smudge stick. Here's one I prepared earlier. What are you saying? He's not kind. Um, I mean, I literally only watched a few seconds, but I knew enough to know, like, that's what I mean about even if somebody really was my cup of tea, like, I have actually turned down going on podcasts that really were my cup of tea. It just isn't the right, it's not something I'm guided to do anytime soon. Like, I will do that kind of stuff when it feels right, but I'm not guided to do it. Um, but that didn't, you know what I mean? Although you look like a nice man, it wasn't my cup of tea. But I appreciate you saying so I could check out. But look, divine feminine running. But I feel that someone's running after the divine feminine now. Because remember, the past can even be recently. But it's like someone's running away from a karmic feminine and their energy is running towards a divine feminine before they actually do, marrying for money. So perhaps the narcissistic queen married for money. I mean, it could even be the masculine themselves, as there's been something about money involved or something, or it makes sense, it's a logical thing to do, that kind of shit. Oh God, child services. So clearly this has got a bit ugly. Don't like reading all the cards. I don't like reading the words at the bottom of that. Fed up, memories, spiritual gifts. So someone's spiritual gifts are coming online along with the memories of the past. Clearly went through some kind of shit. Divination abuser, and in amongst all of the shit that someone's going through, you could have got a fake reading or someone's you see, like when I'm saying like that's quite a different spin on it, isn't it? The the sabotage to the union could have been like a karmic reading someone's got. Like they've read it in a karmic way, like they've not read it accurately. Like, look, because spiritual gifts, divination abuser came out on top of spiritual gifts. So somebody could have went to somebody that was abusing their spiritual gifts. This person's now been working hard on themselves. Toy Pops does kids videos and games quizzes. Eh? Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, that's no mac. Like, there's no, you know what I mean? That's not going to be my people. Okay, there might be some, um, but we just help get views, likes. You may score some real life followers. I pop in there. I'll check out who you're talking about because I trust you. Bruce Springsteen, do I love you? But I think it's sounding like, do you know what I mean? It's like, nah, I'd rather just put the hard work in. I've got a plan. Like it's, I know how much I need to do, and I need to do one big live, which is fine. Like, like I just need to get my head in the game for which would just make sense. It'll probably be the Monday one. Um, and then if I can go longer on any of the other ones, fine, as long as it's genuine. I don't want to force it. Um, I'll just do what I usually do, even when I'm not doing the signs. Like one day on, one day off, one day on, one day off, and I just need to get back to the divine feminine, divine masculine uploaded videos. Even though they didn't get a lot of views, but I'm just going to do it anyway because it feels weird when I'm not got some kind of not live, like the videos. But uninterested, there's a woman walking away. So this is whenever the person's like, started to get bored of the other person and they're realizing that they're into the twin flame. Good chemistry, great vibes, positive. Anything else played out? Oh, I always say this, but that always comes out like it all had to play out. All had to play out. So whatever all that mix means to someone, somebody got involved with a narcissist at some point, or they're surrounded by narcissists in general. They're in their head about a divine feminine that they were running from. Now they want to run towards them. Could have got in a marriage for the wrong reasons. There could be things to do with children that are, happening. Fed up, memories, spiritual gifts coming online. Got a shitty reading or went to a witch, basically, like a dark witch that's abused their gifts, a liar, realizing how much they had with you. Because look at that picture. That's just pure happiness. Good chemistry, great vibes, positive. It's like realizing that whatever it is they had with you was special. But it all had to play out. Like the person had to learn the hard way, as they say. Um, Like, how'd you get on there with finding another me? How'd you get on there? Even if they look like me, they ain't me. Do you know what I mean? They can't do what I can do. Anywhere for that matter. Um, because they ain't your twin flame. Boom drop the mic, baby. Look at the way I channeled that with sass. They made me do that for a reason. Even if your person found somebody that is your doppelganger, they ain't you. Do you know what I mean? Even if your person found somebody that was like hot as fuck, everyone was like, oh my god, they're so hot, or they're hot in them. They aren't you. Your twin flame finds you the hottest. When they truly awaken, as you find them, and you don't need me to say that to you. Oh my god, wait a minute, fuck. We need that for the thumbnail. You don't need me to say that to you because if you're a true twin flame, you will know how annoying it is that you're like, God fucking damn it, I wish I didn't fancy that person that much and love them unconditionally, but I do. And so annoyingly so that nobody's got a fucking chance in hell. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what it's really like when you're very aware of it. And it's very fucking annoying. Um and you can obviously tell that from my own personal experience for a very long time, I worked that one out very quickly. Because at first, when I first met him, I was just like, damn, where's that guy? So where's he? You know what I mean? Like when I very first met him, I was kind of like, well, I wonder if he's out tonight. And like, I swear to God, like from the very minute I met him, then every night I went out on for the rest of my life, I thought that. But it didn't work out till a wee bit later on. I was like, oh, that's because he's like literally the love of my life. But when you've just met somebody, you don't know that yet. You know, you're like, this is kind of there's something going on here. Bit of an electric vibe going on here. But it is, I mean, it is really annoying because I can remember like in my sort of younger years, it was just like, I was always just like, see, and then I'd even had friends that'd be like, come on, he's not out tonight, you know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean? This guy's here, just, crack on, do you know what I mean? And I'm like, no, it's not him. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's before I was talking about love being involved as free to love is on, you know what I mean? That was just like, do you know what I mean? Like what I'm saying, like I can only kiss somebody when I really fancy them, and I was like, and it's like I have call it high standard, whatever. It's like that. I'm just like, no, that, you know what I mean? I want that one. That was always kind of like where I was. And then obviously, you know, before my standards did get very high, and like, you know what I mean, and I was just like, no, I can't actually do this to myself anymore. It hurts too much. Like I would push it aside, but it was very hard to. And it's quite funny. I'm like, that was like a very long time ago, but now I'm just sort of thinking back to a memory. I've said this before. Like I do remember like one of the nights I'm talking about when it was like I did push it aside and I was like, canoodling with this guy. I just said canoodling. I think I'm officially in my 40s. But I'll never forget he was like, have you got a boyfriend? And I was like, no. And he was like, it just feels like there's somebody else here. I was like, well, there isn't. You can check the covers, you know what I mean? But like I knew because it did. It did feel like there was like this strong overpowering presence being like, fuck off, you better fuck off out of here. Do you know what I mean? It's like, but, the guy just ignored that feeling anyway. But it was quite funny, and I just remember thinking, shit, that guy must be like really in tune to have like felt that there was some, you know what I mean? There was an energy that was like trying to cock block. Um, it's interesting. That's what it's like being a twin flame. But yes, giving money. So I think whoever this group of masculines got involved with, the person got unhealthily hooked on them and they maybe, were, wanting their money. Shine your light irritates their demons. I mean, God, sorry, I'm really wanting all these for the thumbnail. But under pressure, yeah, look, anxiety, decision, time's running out. I just saw that and I didn't read it and I put it in and it came out again because that's how important it is to emphasize oh, look what's peeking out. Look what's peeking out. First of all, clout hungry is on the bottom. Says in and does in and makes shit up dramatic. Hello, there's the person that lied, whoever that was, however many people. A groupie. But look, obsessive lover is peeking out. Dangerous, toxic, unhealthy, possessive, and karmic. So this group of masculines have got an obsessive lover, well, present or from the past. Let's give it another reshuffle and then we better move on because these are addictive, these. Jackpot, winning money, got rich inheritance, unexpected money. So Fantasy Island just came on as well. Sounds like a strippers or something. I think there is something like that called that. But it's like, you know, this person feels like they hit the jackpot with you and then they gave it away. Or they thought they hit the jackpot with karmic energy and then it was like, bad news. Hello, you've just initiated a spiritual awakening. Oh my God, it might got really bad police stations behind it. Oh Christ, and now here's pop the question. What the hell's that all about? You see, that could have been someone that was like, you need to marry me, I need to marry you, I need a ring, all this kind of pish. Um, Desperate, chaos, ego death, downward spiral, spiritual awakening. Yeah, so some kind of bad news has triggered a spiritual awakening. No facts, never does the facts, makes up shit, makes shit up, lies, oh God. See what I mean? This could be different people, lots of different liars. Talking shit, yeah. I mean, do I need to keep going? They're just backing up what I said about the cards. But you just dust it off. They're just spiritual haters. Hates on your spirituality, light, magic, and power. And the masculines that resonate with this are now, or they will be clearing and healing and their energy because they see people's true colours. But then the people that are, being found out if they were troublemakers and they weren't romantic interests are not happy because they're being exposed. Or that could be romantic interests that have done that too and they're not happy. bankrupt. I just saw married as well, fucked up over you, legal issues, so I think that's bringing in divorce, and there's karmic friends. Yeah, makes sense of what I just channeled. Can't fully trust them, tension, secret competition, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Don't do that, I've already explained why. Pregnancy, DNA, fake news, thief. Somebody could have wasted a lot of somebody's time by claiming they were pregnant and it was a karmic lesson. Dodging bullets. That would make sense actually then if it doesn't turn out to be true and you've dodged a bullet. Blocking negativity, escaping crazy people, protected by haters. Okay, I think that's enough of them. Right, so um excuse me while I go in and get the King of Queen of Wands because oh no, I'll keep it to I'll do the end and then I'll find it better. Because I want twin flames in the Nah, I'll just do it now. I'll do it now. Oh, there's the drama ones that come out for Leo, but right. Started off okay and it's went very, very downhill. Right. Here's yeah. Of course they were at the bottom. Right, so that's quite good. Look, twin flames and then shine your light irritates for demons. Yeah, that's giving Leo. I can't remember what it was before, but I think this is better. Because of the bit of shade in the title, if I keep that the same, you see. Yeah, that's quite good. Right. Okay. Just resist getting it again. Just resist it. And put these here because I'm going to knock them over. Right. Speed it up ever so slightly, Claire. So let's bring us into the present. Let's bring us into the present moment. No more of this toxic shit, okay? Will we use this deck again? It's a bit of a risk using this deck, but let's use this one. So what's happening in the present? We say that. It could still be past, present, future. Holding On to You is the song that's on. Ghost. We have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Wait a minute. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So, I mean, Scorpio season's quite a while off. We've just come out of Cancer season. So yeah, Scorpio season could be significant for some reason. Closed off, anxiety, refused to give in, silence within, ghost. Disappearing, cold, distant, no contact, leaving behind. Basically, I think what they're saying is someone is someone's ghosted you and you're in silence and you're closed off and you don't know what's going on. I already actually said that with the when I done the past energy, so it's quite similar. You know what I mean? You're in the dark. Remember, I said at the start, you've got the moon card. You don't know what's going on. It's confusing. You know what I mean? Um, oh God, there's the karmic. Fuck, right. So I'm laughing because it does make sense of everything else I've said. So searching, but I always say that that looks to me like a karmic energy, like Googling someone. Searching, thinking of you, profile creeping, blocked contact, profile searching. But yeah, to me, that's always like so that's the masculine. So like, look, that's like that guy's karmic energy creeping on them, but then also creeping on the divine feminine if there's a way to do that. Denial, not facing truth, dismissal, refuse to give in, contradicting. So that's quite interesting because I said it under my breath, but I think I said it loud enough. I did, yeah, I said it out loud that this is coming up, just came on and we got it very soon. Oh no, it's very soon that's on the thumbnail. Oh fuck, whatever. I think that one's better. Um, Someone could still be in a bit of denial here. Actually, that's quite dark. That could be if that's someone's present partner, somebody could be like looking things up and then the partner's in denial. What are you talking about? I don't have feelings for that person, you know what I mean? They're only like the other half of my soul is. Oh, yes. Doing them, juggling connections, addictions, player. Hang on a minute. What? Could you just kind of fill us in a little bit here? What's going on here? This is the present energy, because this isn't very divine masculine. And the thing is, a King of Wands upright is usually a good guy, but I mean, they are a passionate guy, so they still could be that. Unless confused. Lost invisible void. Right, because I was like, unless it's because I'm like, that doesn't make sense if this is the present. And we've already saw that something's about to happen soon. Unless this is like fucking hell, divine feminines, this is a warning. This person's like putting on an act that they're ready. I mean, it could be that, but that's not usually what they would allow me to bring through, right? That's not just the, but I think, right, look, I think that's, somebody could have broke up with somebody around the spring, or if that bit doesn't resonate, it's like, somebody, or maybe somebody was going to break up and then they didn't because it's in reverse, but something could have happened around spring with a karmic energy, and somebody's like denying and that they're going towards somebody else and they're like, no, I'm single, I'm a player, you know what I mean? They wouldn't say I'm a player, but like I'm single and a bit confused. Lost, invisible, but like a bit is to confuse people, to put people off the scent. I know it's a bit far-fetched, but that is kind of how it's coming through. Let's see. Decisions. Holding back, coming towards you, indecisive, procrastinating, but it was in reverse now. Yeah, you see that makes it look, someone has made the decision that it's you. But that's not for everyone else to know. But what is holding them back is feeling like, look, look at that guy again. Evidence, like shame, guilt, revenge. Oh my God, that's so nuts because that is what I've channeled. There's that coming through again about a warning. So if somebody has done you wrong, a karmic past partner, or like a gossip that wasn't a romantic interest or something, don't focus on the revenge. So that's crazy. I did chat, I literally used that word. Patterns, enjoying the show, getting even, childish behavior. So don't let the desire to get even with an ex or to get even with a troublemaker stronger than the desire for the wish fulfilled because you could just fuck it all up. Yeah, someone's not a player. Look, player in reverse. Now and then, like someone was in an energy they're not now because they're obsessed with the divine feminine. Holding on, can't let go, clinging. And unsatisfied wherever they've been. Bare minimum reciprocation, losing interest. Yeah, I did say that, they're bored. And they're closed off. Yeah, the masculine. The divine masculine. So interested. There's look. Divine masculines getting divorces. Oh my God, look at this. So look, divine masculine divorce, legal papers, court visit, right? Someone's protector, action oriented, rational provider. And when they get divorces, that's when unexpected visits and calls. It's literally the order it's in because they're ravenous. Unexpected visit, phone call, knock, riding by the house, expressing conversation, unblocking, hearing your voice, insatiable, uncontrollable desires, must have hunger for pleasure. That's what I channeled in the shorts too. And look, third party. Love triangle relationship, the other woman's secret hookup. But you see, I get what they're saying here. It's like, it's the divine feminine, although with twin flames, like the divine feminine is not a third party. And a true divine feminine, you would never willingly be a third party. And if you are, you're in an unhealed state, and you know what I mean? It's kind of like, but most true divine feminines, you just wouldn't, you'd be like, nah, like, come back to me when you're like more healed and you're ready to actually just pour energy into this. Like, the grass is greener where you water it. Like, I'm not like kind of sharing you with someone. First of all, that's fucking minging as well. But you know what I mean? Like, energetically, it's minging, but literally, it's minging. But it's kind of like I was about to be able to say no judgment on people, but no, I'm fucking judging. That's fucking biggin. You're sleeping with tons of different people, like, and you're willingly knowing somebody's like, nah, fuck that. Look, but I think they're saying that like you're seen as the third party. Because think about it, if someone's walking away from a marriage, even if it's like, well, obviously, if it's if it's a divorce, then it's people have agreed. But some people, sometimes the other person doesn't want to get divorced and all that. But it's anyway drama. So we're moving on to the next. There's a lot happening there. We're moving on to the next bit. Right, subconsciously. Why am I I'm shuffling this. Three of Wands. So subconsciously, look, there we go. That is the feminine and the dreams and that. Like you're visualizing, you're projecting yourself in the future and you're moving ahead no matter what. The woman's on her own. Like I'm not holding back, keeping myself stuck in the past for somebody that's not even letting me know that they're coming, you know what I mean? Like this is ridiculous. Like this is a feminine, like, nah, I'm moving on. Look at the tower. Like unexpected changes, revelations. I said that. Did I just say revelations at 144? It's 145 now. I might have actually said revelations at 144. That's quite crazy if I did. Right, what have we got? So there's a masculine working on their money, Knight of Pentacles, secretly. Could be a bit confused as well. So isn't that interesting that when was that? So at the start, the feminine got the moon card and confused, you don't know what's going on. But the masculine's not confused about their feelings for the feminine, but working slowly towards something secretly because it's their Two of Cups. It's all fitting here. It's rather romantic. Two of Cups, whoever's resonating with this. Yeah, a masculine is slowly working towards their true love, their twin flame. So I'd say for most people, it's like whoever that person is stalking, it's like an ex, or it's someone that's got obsessed anyway. But yeah, it could be for some people that that's like still that's like a present kind of thing that someone's leaving or something. But I think with I don't know, like you'll just need to know for you. But yeah, exhaustion. I'd say it's healing from someone because the Four of Swords keeps coming out. But right, my voice is actually getting a bit lower. Right, so let's use this deck again. Let's see if the King and Queen of Wands come out again. Right, so with conscious mind, what do you want to tell us? Feminine, you've got everything inside you to go in whichever direction you want and do whatever you want, manifest whatever you want. You've got the power. I don't chase, I attract. So yes, you are definitely in an instant manifestation portal. And I think these feminines know it. And remember, it did say very soon. Very soon your true love will arrive. So let's put the magician back and see. So the feminine is in a manifesting mode. And the masculine's got the bloody, dream come true, wish fulfillment, dream come true energy. I said that. So that makes sense. If the feminine is manifesting their dream come true and the masculine's getting a wish fulfillment, and we've just seen that the masculine wants the feminine. Oh, look, the masculine's feeling the heat as well, the desire. Because in this case, I don't think the devil's not always a bad thing, but it just looks like it in this deck. But look, I do think, look, that is symbolic. Like, look, the death and rebirth is putting a toxic relationship behind them whenever that happened. For some people, it might be It might be like, ending one to get into like a twin flame connection. But even when it's that, it's like ending that brings wish fulfillment. So it could all happen quite abruptly, actually. Because you see somebody, look, because I'm in balance now, I can see that this is the person I never got over. That's actually, that was quite straight to the point, that, because I've been spying. Like, it's like I know how I feel. I know that this person's other half of my soul. I know that they're my divine mirror. And I know that this person isn't. Quite simple. And look, I've only needed one card for the feminine. Was 1044 here also Sacred 9? Ah, nice. So it was, yeah, I thought that. So I literally said Revelations at 144. And we are in the Book of Revelations. Sorry, my makeup's going in the corner of my eye. Let's actually, we didn't use any of the losing my mind just came on. So the masculine could be losing their mind with whatever's going on. Not literally, I hope, but like, healing touch, craving a healing touch. The power of touch is emphasized in Tantra for its healing and connecting properties, enhancing intimacy. You see, that's what it is. It feels like these masculines are closed off to the karmic energies. They've basically got the ick. So I hope that they're away from the people because that's not very nice for the karmic energies, no matter how not nice they might be, because most of them are not nice. But when I say not nice, it's just, it's not nice. It isn't nice. If you're with someone, you're arguing all the time and that, you're not good together. Like, go and be happy with somebody else that you're actually going to be a happier person. The power of touch is emphasized in Tantra for its healing and connecting properties, enhancing intimacy. Use the power of touch to heal and connect. A loving touch can mend wounds and strengthen your union. So yeah, I really do just feel like this is like somebody's like craving. Remember, we got craving and longing at the start. Somebody's craving, longing your touch, and nobody else's will do. And they know that because they're a reformed player. That's what's come out. Um, But even like I said, even if this person did settle down with somebody, they know that because that's not. And I think that's why I saw that scene in Once Upon a Time. He's like, this is awkward. My wife has just come back from the dead, but I'm in love with the evil queen, and I can't fall out of it. It doesn't matter that it's evil queen because she's a reformed evil queen. But the point is, it's like, yeah, if you've fallen in love with somebody, you can't force yourself to fall out of love. You know what I mean? It's happened. And then it isn't fair to the person you're with. Tell the truth. Let them go and find somebody that's going to love them properly. Because it's time for divine union. Divine union. Tantra views the union of partners as a sacred and divine act, reflecting the union of divine energies. Your union is blessed by the divine. Oh, and I said that when I filled the God card, because it is, if it's a true divine union. Trust in the sacredness of your relationship and honour it with devotion, which is what this group of masculines are ready to do now. It does not seem like they were ready to do it in the past. And there's some kind of weird message coming through about they might be creating some kind of smoke screen that they're still a player when they're not. For the single ones, I don't really know what it's coming through like something like that. Because the true divine masculines are tricksters, and yes, it can be in the shitty way, but it can be in the very clever kind of calculating way as well, like to. Oh, yep, look. I nearly, I heard something in my head, but it's too harsh. I'm not saying it. But bye, and you can change the words. Um, Hello, the last lost boy. Um, so Shrendon, yeah, that's always a karmic energy to me. Look, and it's Saturn. It's a tough lesson, but look, the woman's crying, and the guy's leaving my case. I'm off. You pushed me too far this time. You called me too many names. You've cheated again. I found out. I don't know. Like, or this just isn't working. There's no cheating involved. I can't stand you anymore. You can't stand me. I'm away. You know what I mean? input the conversation you want to have. Attraction. And there's the man at the foot of the bath again. Right. So I think what karmic lessons are they learning? What needs to be released? I think we've already looked at that. Um, yeah, that's quite scary that as well, though, isn't it? Oh, this deck. Yeah, I haven't used this one. I like this one. And I don't think I've used the Hotman deck in the last one. We need to use a bit of that because this has been quite intense. But to be honest, it might be buried. Is it somewhere about here? Well, there was loads of cards I wanted to use that I didn't. But whatever, I'll use ones like it. Um, okay. Um, sorry, not really knowing what to reply. So what karmic lessons is the feminine learning? What needs to be released? Oh God. Sorry, this deck, I keep saying it, but I do love it. It's quite blunt, like me, but look, this is what I've already channeled. The karmic lesson the feminine's learning is, well, you know what? See when things feel like they're falling apart and change is happening and endings and rebuild? I'm just going to move the fuck on. Relocation, closure, goodbye. That's came out on quite a few of the things, that the lives that I've done, like the sign ones, that the feminine is either, moving on in some kind of way or literally moving house. And when I say moving on, I don't mean moving on to like other people, but you're moving on from this karmic cycle and you've got less patience for whatever it is that's going on with the masculine. It doesn't mean that you've not got unconditional love, but you're kind of like, with every day that passes, you're like, this person, it feels like this person doesn't respect me very much, like leaving me that much in the dark and worrying for that long. Like it does, make you feel a type of way when it goes on for so long. Um, so yeah, she's like, yep, grab my box and I'm off. But take that however it sort of lands, but the house is falling apart. It's a faulty foundation. So it's to me, it's like the feminine's moving on from a faulty foundation. So I feel the karmic cycle that you're in with your twin flame, you're moving on from it. So if it's not literally that you're moving on from whatever it was, because it wasn't good enough, like especially if you're just like I said, if you've never actually been in a relationship with this person and it's just a connection that's never amounted to anything, you're not really what are you really walking away from? I don't like you can't it feels harsh to say you're not walking away from it. You are walking away, you know what I mean? You can't walk away anyway, but you know what I'm saying? It's like I said, everyone's form of moving on is going to look a bit different, but don't work that one out for yourself. But the feminine's kind of I would say definitely ascended from being stuck in cycles that you have been for years, right? The masculine. And because of this, the masculine feels it, confusion and turmoil and lesson learned. Oh my God, that's quite powerful. So you see what I mean? The lessons learned because the feminine is no longer holding back, waiting, being overly loving, overly kind of like, there must be a reason, all this kind of shit. And you're like, well, yeah, I'm sure there is a reason. I'm sure there'll be an explanation one day, but what the actual fuck? You know what I mean? Like, gotta move on with my life. And therefore the masculine's like, what have I done? I've learned a very tough lesson here. And remember, always my favourite saying is for twin flame. Well, it's actually specifically me, my twin flame, but twin flames is like, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Um, And I also have to stress, I know that I am a teacher, but I mean, I feel he's got a lot to teach me. Hopefully some fucking nice lessons in the future, but it's like, that's, yes, enough of the tough ones, thanks. Wishes coming true, yeah, see, ask for what you want. Reconciliation, we're just going to turn that card right back around. Look, new love, wishes coming true. There's a guy with a wee beard going on again. Like, a lot of feminines, like particularly if you're a woman here, you could have a lot of males turning up with a wee beard going on or something, a wee tash and a beard, because the other guy had that on the card too. Look, wishes coming true. Maybe around the full moon in Pisces, or before for some people, or long after for others. But like I said, this did say very soon, so I feel it is this month for this one, if this resonated. Um, I like the way that came out. That was so cool. The feminine's like, I've had enough. And the masculine's like, wait, I've learned my lesson. I was just playing. I was just kidding. I do want to. Should myself, but I do want to. Right, so um right, shadow work. Let's use these inner child cards. So so feminine, you have let it come forth. Give yourself permission to feel it. So how interesting, because like I said, I spoke about it on the other live, so watch that if you feel guided. But I basically just said that I've had a lot of not so nice memories coming up. Like when I was walking on the beach earlier today, I was like, oh God, why am I thinking about all this? And it was just like loads of flashes and memories that just give me the ick, you know what I mean? Just like, yeah, just like not, just, but it's like things I've forgiven in that, but just things that would just make me feel a bit shit. And I was like, why is all this coming up? But it's because it comes up to be purged. Which is usually what happens at a full moon. But like I said, because this is like an eclipse, it's different. It's like endings and beginnings. And because the Mercury's opposite Pluto, it's um but just let it come, yeah, let it come forward and let it, release it. So talk if you need to talk about it with someone to let it go, or you know, like I feel I transmuted it by walking and just thinking about stuff and being like, God, that's fucking me off. Um I don't know. It'll be different for different people. And the masculine has, I don't know, I feel like it might be one about abandonment or feeling lonely or something, because I've heard a lot of songs about that today. Let love guide you. Choose to see the good in the world today. Also, it's not what I just said, but that feels connected to the revenge. Choose to see the good in it. Like, you can either let, like, I don't like the word hate, but you can let hate and revenge and ego and anger drive you and make your decisions and lose your feminine, and basically, like I said, you're choosing to focus on the anger and maybe revenge at people that whatever is all involved here, whether it's exes or gossips, or I just feel it's a wee mixture for everyone. Um or you can let love guide you, and like I said, choose to move in the direction of what's going to make you happy and channel energy into that. The 24th is coming out again, so that is Monday. So you know what I mean? Like I know, I mean, I'm Monday. It's like a week on Monday. Um. So yeah, the 20. So that's into Virgo season. That Monday must be significant for some reason. Um. Choose to see the good in the world today. It's like there's definitely something about choosing love over fear, which is very a Leo thing to say. Again, cheesy, but like I said, everything to do with Leo is quite cheesy, I think. But I kind of love it because it is my favourite moon, but I can, but it is true. You know what I mean? You can either choose to just be, because again, there's some things that, actually not love related. There's some things that I held on to for too long about people that are wronged me and that. You can only talk about things so much that you get fucking fed up of like it, and you're just kind of like, I just don't want to hold on to this anymore. And I honestly, I just feel so much lighter just not even thinking about any of these people around it. Just like leave them in the past where they belong. Like, and again, I must stress, like, I want anybody that's done me wrong to be happy, but they can stay there kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? But don't even waste your energy giving these people a second thought. Like if you're going to have a second thought, like look, I'm praying for them and I hope they're happy, but don't think about the bad things that they've done towards you and that. Like, you know what I mean? Fuck them, with all due respect. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's their loss. Like if they lost you, it's their loss. Um, but yeah. Oh, look, so I wasn't that far off. 41 could be a significant age. You can do hard things. It is not as impossible as it may feel. That's the masculine shadow work. I'm feeling guided to read that one from the book. 41. Oh, and then I opened the book up at the one I just read. Take time today to purposely acknowledge the good things in your life. Write down all that you're appreciative for. No detail too small. As you remember all the good, let the feeling of gratitude envelope every part of your being with warmth and a dazzling bright light. How does your inner child see magic in the world? That was the masculine's one as well. Oh my God, I think I might have some more cheese on toast. I've just discovered, sorry, I need to talk about food for a minute. See, we're going to blame Mars just went to cancer on that. I've just discovered giant tomatoes. Like, I think you call them, is it beef olive tomatoes? I don't know why they're called all, I don't know what the fuck's that's got to do with it, but they're massive tomatoes. And like, so I've been like melting Edam, which I didn't think I liked. I don't think I used to. I actually ordered Gouda and they sent me Edam and then I melted it with a big bit of tomato, like, and I was like, fucking hell, that's actually lovely. So I had that for my lunch, but I'm actually craving that right now. It's not good to eat at that. It's not good to eat at that time of the night. And also when I've still in my refeeding week, but I've ate really healthy. I had a whole half of a butternut squash tonight for my tea, and I put wee bits of chicken and like cottage cheese and more of that cheese. I didn't do that last night. I had it, but I didn't put the other. That's actually a lot of cheese. I'm like, that's actually too much cheese. But we're not going to worry about that. I'm dreaming about it. I'm going to have it. Um, but let life surprise you, I suppose, is the meaning behind that. Didn't think I liked D Damn and I do. Um, but yeah, that's Morrison's. Morrison's is, yeah, it's really good. I don't know why. It's cheaper and they've got better food. Like, I wouldn't even mind paying the more if it was like better, but they've actually got better food than like some of the other bigger. Yeah, that is that maybe what they're called. What was I saying? Beef olive. Maybe it is beef steak, Katie. I don't know. Wait a minute. I'm going to look on the thing now and see. But I'm sure it said beef olive, and I'm like, why the hell is it called that? But it's just a fucking big, massive. Basically, that's. Do you know what it is? It's your normal. Like when I'm watching these creators, you know what I mean? I never use that word, but it's kind of like it's the food ones. It's when it's Americans making food and they're using those big giant tomatoes. I'm like, I fucking want one of them. Why don't we have them? Turns out we do. But I've never seen them at any other supermarkets, but I'm just going to look and see. It was the Co-op I liked because that's where I got my olive bread, but I can't be bothered looking, guys. I don't think it's that. Do you like Edam? I love cheese too. But I tend to only really like eat mozzarella and cheddar. And then occasionally like I sometimes might like I do love Gouda though. Because it's the way it melts and like that, and I like smoky cheese and that too. But like I don't, I'll only sort of buy it now and again. At Christmas, like I treat myself and I get like loads of stuff like that. But I'm not doing that again this year because that's what I done. That was so stupid. That was like so beyond stupid. I can't even believe that. I done that fast, right? Like not like literally remember it was right before Christmas. That was the first time I'd ever done a 7-day fast. And then I somehow thought that like, oh, but it's like I ate properly for a few days and then, had a wee bit of my Christmas dinner. Remember, the Christmas Day was shit for everyone. It definitely was for me too, but it was like, just all felt, I just remember a big dark cloud over that. That's what it felt like over that day. But, but yeah, I just had loads of snack food in that and just basically shite, like processed shite. And I felt so ill. Like, and I can tell that was my guide showing me, if you want to do it, you can, but you're gonna like, I literally like, I was eating crap and I felt like crap. And it's like, I'm never gonna forget, so I'm never doing that again. Like, so fuck this Christmas. I'm just gonna eat the way I normally eat, which is quite healthy. And when I want chocolate and I want crisps and I want to go wild on the sweeties and that, I will. Like, I love sugary laces and stuff like that. It's usually around my period. I basically get a Just Eat and it's got sugary, chewy sweeties, chocolate, maybe a donut or a cake or something, like far too much basically, right? And then I'll eat it and I'll feel sick and I'm like, right, well, see you next month. But in fairness, when you hear how much pain I'm in, but actually, I try not to because that's not good because all those things will actually make things like endo or like pain, that will make it worse because sugar and that doesn't help, but sometimes we just want it, you know what I mean? Right, so, gonna read this though, but there are many things in this life that we feel we cannot or should not have to do. It can be overwhelming to think about doing something that is hard, but in truth, many things we label as hard could be more appropriately labelled as simply time consuming or long. Sometimes not wanting to do the hard things can be reminiscent of mindsets we have had in childhood, when we never wanted to clean our room or do our homework. If you have pulled this card, then you might need to reassess what has been labelled as too hard. But in this case, the shadow work for the masculine is the masculine's feeling like it's too hard to go towards the feminine and tell the truth, whatever the truth about the secrets may be. Because what if this person won't accept me for who I really am and forgive me? I'm not the same as I was, as Revival is on right now, a song. Take time today to think upon the beliefs that might be holding you back. Are you putting yourself in a box by what you cannot or should not have to do? Sometimes choosing to push through the feelings of I do not want to do this because I do not feel like it can be quite beneficial. Um, or fuck that. I'm too scared. Always trust your intuition when choosing which hard activities to do, and do not attempt anything unsafe to yourself or others. I mean, because like I totally get that. See, when it's got to do with like going to tell somebody how you feel or whatever. Like although I admittedly I am a very brave person. I have been in the past and I still am. But I do remember, like, my past self, when it came to telling someone how I feel, like, I was terrified and I did hold off for years. Um, and I did keep doing that, like, kind of like, oh, I can't because of this and I can't because of that and I can't because that's morally wrong and all that. And all of this shit, like, I went through, like, for years and years and years. Like, and that is the one thing I will give friends that were real friends from my past, that for whatever period of time they were friends, they've, they would have had, have I told you lately, has just come on, I don't like that song. Um, but it might be relevant to one of you, so I'm just saying it. It's like, yeah, because you just think you've got all the time in the world, but also for me, it was because I could actually, I did have the sense, and because of who I am, I knew that like, what's it's not going to make any difference. What's the point? Like, I'm actually literally just going to get hurt. Like, he's not ready. Um, and like, so now it's quite funny. What a lot of people around me actually would have been like, just tell him, just tell him. Actually, I'm like, nah, I was right because he wasn't ready, so I was right. Um, But yeah, I don't regret anything I've done. And like I said, I have had my moments where I've said how I feel. You know what I mean? And I don't like I was like I mean I don't mean just through doing this because I wouldn't count that. I'd be like, nah, that's copping out. Like I have done it. So um hmm. I advise it, or you'll live in regret. Right. And like I said, even if it doesn't go your way, because it clearly didn't, or I wouldn't be sitting here at 2:15 in the morning doing this, guys, as much as I love you. I love our telepathic bond. I feel you with me every day. Yeah, well, I love it too, but actually, I'm kind of sick of it. So, if it could kind of change, that would be great. But sorry, I don't know if that was my one to be, but it's just was stuck there, and it just I picked it up when I was saying that. So, right. So, what does this say? Too much. You tell others too much about yourself all at once. Sit back and listen more. So again, when this person comes towards you, feminine, shut up and listen. Shut up and drive. I don't like saying shut up, but it did pop into my head. Like I don't like saying shut up. I really don't. But I will never be happy if I can't be with you. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me. This time around, I'll do things right. Please trust me again. I can't bottle my feelings up any longer. No, I can't bottle up my emotions any longer. And I can't tell you how scared I am that you might have moved on. Please tell me how you're feeling. It's driving me crazy not knowing. Oh my God, God just answered. So yeah, look what I was, see, there's never no reason why I'm going off speaking like that. Somebody needs to know how you feel. So for those of you that don't do things like I do, this person might not have a fucking clue how you feel. You know what I mean? I've been through hell and back. You're constantly in my dreams. I want to get back together. I want to get back together with you. I miss you so much. If you were never together with them in that way, they want to, you know, meet up and speak. Yes, my love for you is real, never doubt it. I will call you very soon to prove it. I will. Oh, look what's right behind that. I will call you very soon. I will get in touch very soon. Do you know what? People are simple creatures. That would actually get people clicking. And they did genuinely come out. Twin flames and that. Sorry, King and Queen of Wands. You might have to go to the back of the. Nah, I think I still want I want the King and Queen of Wands. Right, okay, my voice is going a bit funny now, so we're going to speed this up. Like, as in, it feels a bit sore, and it'll be fine tomorrow. It's just that's when they're like, right, wrap it up, wrap it up. Um, right, so what would help with inner union? Feminine, if you're feeling a wee bit like, look, inner child, feeling down, overly optimistic, and that's what I was going to say. If you're feeling a wee bit down for whatever reason, as simple as it might sound, like, try to do something that can uplift your spirits, because look, finish line. So you can either take that as the finish line is ahead for you, like there is some kind of happy ending around the corner that you can't see, or this person's like, at the end of something, a wounded warrior. And so then you'll be like, you can turn that frown upside down, and there's happiness on the horizon. Because look, I can't stop thinking about my Queen of Wands. That's the masculine's guidance for the inner union. I don't feel like I'm complete without my Queen of Wands, because I'm a King of Wands. If I turn this over and it's King of Wands, I'm going to laugh. No, but it's Temptress, and that's a twin flame card. Balance, look, balancing the energies. Oh, I'm totally missing that as well. On the eclipse, masculine and feminine. And again, it's not often that you have an eclipse. Moderation, balance, patience, purpose, and calm. They're my star. You've led me out of the dark, or you're leading me out of the dark if the person's still in it. Hope, faith, purpose, renewal, spiritual, and out of my head. And bringing back my passion. There's the light bulbs again. There's a lot of light bulbs. People having light bulb moments, or whatever else that could mean. Hermit, inner guidance, healing, introspect. For inner union, get away from the groups that are trying to sabotage you. Because yeah, look, they're trying to create towers. Adversity, deception, upheaval, chaos, revelation. Deceptive groups. The devil. I'm telling you, in reverse, look. And that's the one where the guy's being puppeted, potentially by, that could be a friendship group. And there's the wee money with the wee money, yeah, but the wee woman the devil sitting on a pile of money. That's somebody stuck in a karmic cycle. But it was in reverse, so that's what somebody's either being told to put behind them for their highest good, or they've already done that. Because, yeah, they want to be happy. Happiness, vitality, confidence, fun, success. There could also be, like, because there's a wee baby on that one as well, like, either someone already has a young baby, or there could be a young baby coming into the equation if you're still of childbearing age and on the same page, because you both got the sun card and it's got a little baby in there. And oh my God, this is that also came out in the one earlier. Look, union is union. Yeah, we knew it. It always ends up union round here. That's why I was confused with that question earlier. Like, it's never, I only pick up on the too good to be true ones. And because yeah, that's just what happens. Celebration, familiar, milestone, homecoming. Yeah, so this person might want a family whether it's your name or kids or whatever, or it's this person want to marry you. This person wants to marry you because they're dancing at a wedding, and it looks like it's theirs because she's wearing the. I mean, or they want to just be in union. Um, so what would help with inner union for the masculine? To be in the physical union. That's the answer. Right, so quickly for this bit, because I'm tired now. If someone was going to book a session, three things I would tell them to be fair, to have an unbiased kind of like to listen to what's went on and help you with it. If you were trying to start a new life, maybe because you're leaving a narcissist or something, and or getting a divorce and you need support with all of that, help people with that all the time. And time for a nap. If you're healing and this is just another part of your healing, She's a Mystery to Me has just come on. All that glitters, especially if you're healing from a toxic karmic connection, whether they were male or female, whether you're male or female, because we've got All That Glitters is Gold and it's in reverse. And it's 16, it's a tower moment, like a shocking betrayal. Something that you thought was glittery and shiny. He'll never love you, don't go, is on a note on that music video. Um, to change it to he, she, and whatever, right? What does the feminine want to say to the masculine? My door is always open to you. Oh, interesting. Is that an energetic door or is that a literal door? I wonder why you want to spend time with anyone other than me. Sad face. See, the feminine is a wee bit down. Oh no, very down. I miss you so much, my heart hurts. We've got all the sad faces going on. I channeled these in January, guys, give me a break. And it was not a good January, trust me. Um, I hate January though, it never is. I hate the word hate, but oh, we are birthing the new earth. It's not easy, but we knew we could handle it, and that's right. This does feel. I'm sure for the Leo ones, I actually usually always pick up on. Oh no, that's Capricorn. But sometimes in Leo, I pick up on like twin flames are in the public eye and stuff as well. So this might have been resonating for some people that. And again, remember, you don't need to be famous. I'm in the public eye right now. I'm doing a video on YouTube, do you know what I mean? But for some, I do mean like people that are more well known and stuff too. But um yeah, like it feels like for it because there's been so much attacks on this union for all these groups of people from all different angles. I feel it's like, you've had it from all different angles. Like I feel you've went through major betrayals from people close around you, like close friends and stuff like that have not wanted this to come together. Um Whether they've actually done something or like, because people can just be sitting like privately jealous and sending that energy 222 love and partnership, or like I said, some people have actually done stuff. Um, right, what do we need to know about the future? Let's see if union comes out. Haven't used that funny wee bit of that again. Yeah, look, the line fierce serenity. They keep making me pick that up, and I'm not meaning to. Right, what have we got? What's coming in the future for the people that resonate with this? Deeply. Look deeply within your to discover your soul purpose in your relationships. That's what this masculine's been doing. That's what all the masculines have been doing. They've been looking deeply at themselves after running away from themselves for so long, because that's why they're running from you. And now that they've stopped to do that, that's why they're turning around and they want to come back to you. So be open to that. And again, somebody could have been putting money problems behind them for a rekindling. Well, not for a rekindling, but that's money issues could have been holding somebody back, because a lot of people don't like to go forward into something when they're not feeling safe and secured and all that. Every relationship has magical moments that can be rekindled. So in the future of these connections are something can be rekindled. And we just saw that because sadness is coming up for the feminine. Past lives, we reunite with loved ones over and over again through many different lives. You've had many different lives. Just as I was describing when I first met mine, it's, you have to be very attracted to each other to get you to pay attention, to be like, oh, who is this person? I'm not going to forget them in a hurry. And uh, and then it will hit you at some point. Whoa, fuck, they're like way more than what I originally thought. Spiritual, yes. And then, hello, twin flame journey, your spiritual journey is beginning. So for some of us, for the divine feminine, that might have started a million years ago. Um, and for the masculine, it might just be really fully coming online like now or not that long ago. Breakthrough, song by Queen called Breakthrough just came on. Yes, but it's going to be worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life and passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And then we've got trust behind it. You need to have trust in a relationship in order for it to flourish. And if you think about it, in these connections, because it can feel like you're fucking making it all up, you're batshit crazy, you have to have a lot of trust in the connection in itself. Do you know what I mean? That this is it's real. Yeah. Forgiveness, yep, and that's definitely what's needed. Allowing healing waters to wash away the pain of the past, and that's what this eclipse energy is for. And yep, you've got a very strong psychic connection. Your communication goes beyond mere words. Someone's putting material attachments behind them. That could be the divorces and the shallow kind of connections and whatever it means to different people. Love language, gift giving, tokens of reciprocity, hold cherished memories. But this person may have a gift for you. Is it the gift of the truth? Is it the gift of themselves? Or is it a natural gift? You'll find out in time. A song of youthful playfulness. That is exactly what was thinking in my head, but I never said it because I couldn't remember what the card said. Falling in love. Sudden feelings that this is the one. And then the horse, year of the horse. This person's realising this now. Or they've known it for quite a while and now they're doing something about it. And last but not least, we've got these cards. Oh, there they are. Right, so yes, have a lovely night and have a lovely Thursday. I will have to rest my voice tomorrow, although I'll do a wee quick, well, I say quick, I'll do, the live with my hands tomorrow, and then I'll be back on Friday to do Virgo. I'm always tired in Virgo. That's about healing, so I'll call in some healing for myself. And then all being well, I'll have Saturday off and I'll come back and do Sunday. And um and then I'll just be finished with all the signs. Miracle Express is on a lorry on that Queen video. You're very welcome. Mutti Passata is sick. What is that? Oh yeah, there's definitely, so again, not for everyone, but makes sense to me that with Leo, because remember, it's bits and bobs can make sense to different people. This is definitely for some people where if you've both been having a vision that you've got to bring children in the equation, because look, there's a little girl and a little boy sitting on a cloud up there. So it feels like they're on a lotus flower. No veil, psychic, different, cosmic inspiration and light. part of ascension. It reminds me of swans. Expansion, love for all, playfulness, releasing the past. Leo is playfulness. And also I meant to say Leo is children, remember. Release, yeah, there's a lot about releasing the past. Oh my god, and I've just picked it up again. Star children. Star connection, guidance from the stars, galactic self, unified self. Yeah, we're all in our galactic selves with the North Node Aquarius. Cosmic heart source, there's the Hawaii stuff again. Heart connection, source of all, true home, just be, heart connection. Right. But yeah, read that one. Right, I'm done now. So, good night. Exactly 2:30. I said 1:30, but that's fine. Like I said, it's good for the hours. And you see how it does just fly by, so I'll meet those hours, no bother. I'll get them. I just feel sorry for the people that won't. It's cruel. But it's cruel on me too, because it means I'm gonna have to knock my fucking pan on when I wanted my pan in when I wanted to. I didn't want the rest of my year and the next year to be like that, but I guess it's gonna be. Right, so yes. See you when I see you the next time you're guided to come on. But yes. And as always, prayers for all of these unions. And because it does just feel like this has just been far too much. Like people need to get a life kind of vibes, you know what I mean? Like that's what it feels like. It just feels like people's sole mission was to keep you apart. Like, what is that? Is that how much hairspray I've got in my hair? Hmm. Right. Anyway, good night, sleep well, and I shall see you next time. And thank you for being here.